Happy Friday. Thanks so much for joining me for the crafting tonight. We are going to be finishing up our beautiful blue French journals. I say it a different way every single time. We're going to be finishing those journals up today. Basically, you should be at the point, if you crafted along with us for the whole entire month of February on these journals, you guys should be at the point to decorate your cover, to decorate your pages, and put all your pockets and your ephemera into your book. I know that we did not really cover a lot of ephemera making in the month of February on Fridays. It's because I do a lot of ephemera making in the 365 series, but we did some ephemera making. We made pockets, a lot of pockets, and we did tags and we did journal cards. But if we do need to make ephemera, we can do that tonight. But basically, by the end of our 3 hours together tonight, we should have finished journals. Whether you're selling your journal or you're keeping your journal, that's up to you. But the 3 that I will be making will be available. And so they're not going to be totally finished by the time the 3 hours is up for me tonight, just because I'm a little further behind than probably most of you guys. But they will be finished in the near future, and then they will be for sale at that time. However, we're going to wrap up this beautiful blue French journal tonight, and then next Friday we're going to begin our new series of journals, which is going to be the botanical field note journals. I'm still working on a couple of kits, but most of the kits have been made. Kits are shipping over the weekend. Kits will be still shipping on Monday. I'm not sure if everyone will have a kit by Friday, depending on how the mail is. They're going to go priority mail as far as I know. However, some of them, because they're shipping with other items you have, might be delayed. Don't stress about it. Friday's class is just going to be going over the collaging method for the front cover. If I need to switch that up and do maybe making pockets or making tags or something like that, we can talk about that. But don't stress about getting a kit in time. We're going to be working on that next kit throughout the entire month of March. It's the kit for March. If you requested a kit subscription, you are definitely getting a kit. If you requested a single kit, I'm filling them as best as I can. I do not know who has a kit yet and who won't get a kit yet. I don't know. I do know that I have sold out of kits. There is no more kits available at this time. So if you haven't requested one yet, there are no more left. That's just kind of where we ended up with it. And I do want to say thank you guys so much for the kit subscriptions and the purchases of that. And then thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Even if you're not, if you're not purchasing the kit, this class is for everyone. This class is for people who bought the kit and who are using their own supplies. So if you're using your own supplies, you're just able to pick from everything you have in your craft room and make something similar to what we're making if you want, or just make something completely different. But you can come and hang out with us every Friday throughout March. It's always starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but you can come and hang out with us, craft or not craft, be in chat with people, or maybe you're the kind of person who doesn't want to be in chat, but you just want to have it on and listen to what's happening or something like that. So anyway, the videos for this Blue Beauty journal will always be on my channel. If you missed one in the series, they're always there. They're under the live section. Every live video that we do is under the live section. And then the 365 videos or any other recorded videos are just under the general YouTube channel. Nobody has been invoiced yet. Nobody. It'll happen. When exactly it will happen, I'm not sure, but it will happen. Don't stress about that. Don't stress about whether you didn't get an invoice. Don't stress about getting it in time. Everything will work out. It's just a matter of having many more of you guys than there is of me. There's only one of me, and there is a limit to what you can possibly do and get accomplished in one day. And that's kind of a problem we've been running into. Don't worry, there's a plan to fix all that. It's already in place and everything's working wonderful. In the near future, you guys will be made aware of everything that's happening, and there'll be new people on the channel, and it will all be great. So from there, we're going to go into saying my hellos. I see a lot of you are jumping on. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. We're going to be working on that journal, like I said. So get out your supplies, get ready. If you guys want to grab a snack and your favorite beverage, grab that. We'll have a little bit of a chit chat, say our hellos, and then we'll get right into making this journal. All right, guys. Aw, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Maria C is here. Nicole is here. Karen SH is here. Cheryl M is here. Marlene is here. Hello. Hello. Allison. Hello, Allison and Amy. And let's see who else. We've got Corey. Hello. I think it's Lindy is here. Brenda is here. Grace is here. Catherine is here. Christy is here. Alice and Tara are here. Hello. Hello. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Well, if you're new here and this is the first time you've ever been here, or you've been here and you've been just like watching quietly, go ahead and say hello in chat. It's just very simple. You just say hello, and then everyone else who is here in chat will welcome you. We are a very friendly, very welcoming group. Really just the best group on the internet as far as I'm concerned. I've seen other groups and there's always a bunch of drama and other things, and I try to keep that out as much as I can. So if you're new here, say hello. If maybe you've been lurking in the background, and lurking isn't a bad thing. We're all, we're busy, we're doing stuff. Say hello. You'll see that you'll make a lot of fast friends in this group. I see lots of people. Ruth is here. Hello. And Steph, hello. Carrie is here. Hello. Carol is here. And Coventry is here. Hello. Mrs. E is here. Recluse is here. Teresa is here. Angie is here. Marcella is here. Calico is here. Hello, hello. And you'll see that I deliberately don't say your whole name, and there's for many reasons, but hello, hello. Hello, Marin. Hello, Christy. Welcome, guys. Welcome. So I do see some new faces. Awesome. Thanks so much for joining. Paula's here. Awesome. So our group is ever growing and always, the core group stays the same, but some people, they're able to watch every Friday and sometimes they're not. So one thing to keep in mind is as we start this next series, the videos will be there. So if you can't be there on a Friday, the videos will stay up on the channel. So I get a lot of questions about that, people stressing out that their schedules, they might not be able to commit to being here every Friday. You don't need to. Videos will stay there. Don't stress about that. Hello, PJ. Hello, Nancy. Hello, hello. Hello, anyone I missed? Hello, Helen. Hello. Okay, so guys, what should we talk about tonight? What did you guys have for dinner? I know for some of you it's not dinner time yet. For me, it is not dinner time yet. It's only 5 o'clock, which, it's getting there, but not yet. Terribly windy. Uh-oh. It is growing. It's growing fast. Both the Facebook group, and so we can talk about that too. The Facebook group is Junk Journal Makers. So the Facebook group is called Junk Journal Makers. If you search for it on Facebook, just search Junk Journal Makers in the group tab. So everybody has a group tab in their Facebook account. If you click on the group tab, there's a search bar, type in Junk Journal Makers. It's so much easier if you just use the links I provide. The link to the Facebook group is in the very top of the chat box. It's highlighted at the top of the chat box. Just click that link. It takes you right to the group. Then you can join from there. It's also in the description box below this video. The description box is located in a number of different places depending on the device you're watching on, but it's always linked in there as well. And the group is growing a lot too. And we have a lot of people who are really good about posting, and then some people who are like super shy and like, oh, here's this thing I made. I'm not sure if it's good enough, and it's gorgeous. And so it's so funny when that happens. I'm like, I know everyone is, nervous to post their own work and stuff like that, but I think it's great. I think it's great that everyone's sharing their makes. And so you guys can see a lot more inspiration on this journal specifically. A lot of people have been posting their journals as they have been making them. So that's great. And then a lot of people have been posting, like questions about general, junk journal making and that kind of stuff. And you guys are all there to help each other. You're all there to support each other. And that is exactly why I created the Facebook group in the first place, is so that everyone, has another resource, a 24/7 place to go to get inspiration and to build those friendships and stuff like that. Pasta and pizza and tacos. Ooh. Oh my, that sounds like a lot of good things over there, guys. Everyone's everyone's enjoying their Friday, I hope. Snow, uh-oh. No snow for me. I'm in Arizona, so we do not ever get snow where I live. Midnight. Well, awesome. Well, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate that. We have people that join from all over the world. We have people that shop on Tuesday from all over the world. So we've got people in Canada and Australia and New Zealand and the UK and Ireland and all different other kinds of places. And so everybody's watching from everywhere else, right? Hello, Sherry. Soup. Ooh, that's awesome. Sounds like a great dinner, guys. Soup, pizza, tacos, and pasta. Mm. It has hit allergy season. It definitely has. We have been feeling that. And today it was really a lot of pollution in the sky. So that always makes it worse, right? But where doesn't have pollution at this point? Anyway, we're just going to wait a couple more minutes and then we're going to get started. Somebody's coming for dinner to have soup with you. That's awesome. So if you guys had a question, I hope that I have gotten to everybody's questions. If you still have a question and you are waiting on me for a response to something other than I didn't get an invoice and did I get a kit? Will I get a kit? When will I get a kit? That kind of stuff, just wait, just sit tight and it will all come to you. But if you had a question about something else that I have not answered yet, please send me a message in Facebook Messenger. That is the fastest response. And the other thing with Facebook Messenger to keep in mind is I am using my profile on Facebook, that is the Kate Marshall profile. Because I have a business called Inked Paper Art, I have a business page. I do not use my business page because on Facebook, business pages are pretty much a waste of time. They're irrelevant. You don't really get to do anything with them, and you get less features on your page than you do in your actual account. So for those of you messaging me over on the Inked Paper Art page or that profile, and there are several of you, please consider following me on the Kate Marshall Facebook profile, which is always where I post everything from. It always gets posted to Kate Marshall. If you guys message me in Kate Marshall, I see it. If you message me on Inked Paper Art in Facebook Messenger, I have to log out of Kate Marshall, which is where 99% of the stuff happens, and go into Inked Paper Art, which I rarely do. And that is why I miss your messages. So Wendy A., if you listen to this message or here, you message me over on the Inked Paper Art page all the time. If you could consider following me or going over to the Kate Marshall page. It's where my group is from. Everything is connected to Kate Marshall. Just to keep it so I can see your guys' messages when you message me, because honestly, I don't use the Inked Paper Art page ever. Well, I'm glad you guys are enjoying the 365 series. It has been super fun for me to make those videos every day. I was filming videos before going live, so there'll be a couple more over the weekend. Just building the rest of these blue journals, basically, and just little things like that. The weekend is not a lot of watches. They're kind of more quieter days for spending time on YouTube. It shows me when you guys are on YouTube and when you guys are more active and less active. The weekends, I think you guys are less active. At least that's what it tells me. So I do try to plan the content where I know you guys will be watching it, but there has to be a video every day. So we're doing some stuff with the blue journals over the weekend. And thank you guys for all of your support. You guys have been super kind. You guys always leave me good messages after the 365 videos. First of all, thank you all for watching the 365 videos every day. Thank you for liking them. Thank you for giving them the thumbs up. Thank you for leaving the comments on them every day. Even if you only have time to like leave a heart or leave a little short comment, thank you for doing that, because every time you guys do that, it helps YouTube understand that people like that video, and then they push that video out to more people, which in turn gets more watches and things like that. And so that's important for YouTube channels. YouTube channels that don't get that, broadening stream of shares, they kind of die out. So anyway, thank you guys for doing that. Thank you for keeping my channel from dying out. I really appreciate that. You don't, I'm not saying you have to comment. Like everybody, you know, if you're watching on your TV, commenting is darn near impossible to do on your TV. And what I would recommend for those of you who watch stuff on your TV from YouTube, whether it's me or anybody else, one good thing to do is while you're watching on your big TV, because it's a beautiful picture and it's just so much more convenient, pull out your phone or your iPad or whatever, and then leave a comment on your iPad or your phone to that same video that you just watched on your big screen. Even in the live sale, it's better to watch the sale on the big TV, but then use your phone or your iPad, whatever, to actually purchase things and comment in the sale. Aw, awesome. I'm glad that you guys are following it. Love the Canadian ladies. Love that. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you guys like it. It's really fun. It's a really fun project. Different little thing every day, which keeps me from getting bored too. Plus I get to actually, you know, craft every day, or at least I craft once in a while, whereas before it was really hard to get that crafting time in. Ooh, a chuck roast in the crock pot. Awesome. Very awesome. Hello, Lori. Hello. PB&J. Those are good too. Got to have them occasionally, right? Big lunch, so no dinner. I feel that. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining. Okay, so I'm going to get ready to flip the camera down. We're going to start doing this. Doesn't mind going over. I know a lot of you guys want longer videos, and my response to that is I literally spend 3 hours every Friday live with you guys doing long videos. And so while I am going to keep the videos in the 365 series more towards the 15-20 minute mark, I think 20 minutes is asking a lot for everyone to spend every day. So I am going to keep those videos short, but I am here every week and spend 3 hours with you guys crafting. And I know it is a different thing. It's not as fast paced because it is more chatting and crafting. In addition to the 3 hours on Friday, there's 5 hours on Tuesday where I am live and we are talking about ideas of way to use all this stuff for junk journaling and stuff like that. So for all of the new people who are joining, every Tuesday, this is the schedule for the channel. Every Tuesday, I do a live sale. It's selling all of this antique ephemera and books and ledgers and papers and things like that that you see, plus a ton more that you can't see. So every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on this channel, right where you guys are now, is where the live sale is. And that live sale, I share all of this good antique French stuff with you. So 99% of what I have in here is French. It comes from France. I have it shipped over. My friends buy it for me at the flea markets. And then, you know, I share it with you guys. So that's what happens on Tuesday night. Every Friday, I'm here for 3 hours crafting with you, working on journals. And again, I have a monthly journal kit that comes out every month. You can purchase the kit or you can use your own supplies. And that's what we do every Friday. We make different styles of covers. We make different styles of journals. We do different ephemera, that kind of stuff. So that's the schedule for the lives. And then every day on the channel, there's the 365 video that comes out, usually in the morning, not every time. Sometimes it's in the evening or even at night when it comes out. I do my best to do it in the morning, but there's days where it just doesn't work out. There's days where I think I have a pre-recorded video already scheduled and realize that I did not. All kinds of things happen with that. But anyway, there is a video every day there. So that's the schedule. I am here every single day crafting journals with you guys. I'm here twice a week doing lives and just hanging out and chatting. And on Tuesdays, we do a live sale where I share stuff with you. And on Fridays, we craft together. Hello, Kendall. Thanks for joining. I see Sherry T is here. Hello. Hello. Soldier Mom is here. Hello. Oh my gosh, on the sleeping, somebody left me a comment, and I don't remember who left me a comment on the sleeping. And they're like, I never sleep. And yeah, I haven't been sleeping very well. The day before, so the night before last, I slept for a total of 2.5 to 3 hours. Last night was between 3 and 4 hours. And I am very tired, but I did cheat and get the good coffee today. So I have good coffee. That's why I'm here, because I have good coffee. Otherwise, I'd be really tired. But good coffee is helpful. So I am working on sleeping more, but my body is just, it's not letting me. I have a lot of stress. So once the stress is better, I think I'll be able to sleep better. After I get caught up on shipping all of your stuff and invoicing you, I will be able to have a good, nice sleep. When I'm behind and it is taking me longer than I anticipated, I start to stress. You guys stress and message and ask, am I still getting it? I didn't get an invoice. And I totally understand that. But when you stress, then I stress. And even if you don't message me, I'm stressing about it already. It's just a lot of stress until I get help and get things super ironed out with the growth and all that kind of stuff. Don't stress about it. I'm going to stress a little bit about it, but after I get caught up, I'm going to take a nice sleep. Plus, my daughter's getting married in a short time, and then I'll take a couple of days off probably for that. We'll see. Yay! Yay! Awesome, guys. Awesome. Thank you for the non-stress vibes. Thank you. All right, let me flip the camera down so we can get started. All right. Cameras. There we go. There's cameras. So there's the 3 of mine so far. Let me get a sip of coffee. So here's where I stand. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are in a similar position. So I make 3 at a time every time I make a journal. So all of my kit journals for every month, I always make 3. I have a backup of some finished journals over there that I just need to do like one more little thing on, and then they're completely done. But I don't have the time to do that. So eventually I will get the time to finish those ones. But for now, these are the 3 blue ones. You can see that this one is the one I have been working in with you guys. This is the one I sewed the signature in. Okay. So this one has a signature sewn in it. These 2 are signatures done, but not sewn in. They both have their signatures, but they're not sewn in. So for tonight, we're going to work on this one. This one, I guess, can be prototype, but you can see these ones, I still need to trim off some pages. I still need to sew in some signatures. If we run out of things to do tonight, or I get bored with what I'm doing, I will probably go ahead and sew these in. I brought in the sewing in signature stuff in case I wanted to do that. I tried to get it done before the video, but I couldn't. So we might work on that for these 2. I'm going to set them to the side, and we're going to play in this one tonight. So in addition to having this done, I have this. This is my basket of ephemera that might go in these journals. This is pockets. This is tags. This is belly band stuff. This is everything, right? So this huge basket for 3 journals. I'm sure it is not going to be enough. I am sure we are going to have to make some more things, whether I do that live with you or I do it off camera or whatever. I'm sure that's going to have to happen. We are going to decorate the cover tonight of this one. We're going to decorate the cover. I'm going to glue lace down the edges of pages, and I'm going to glue in all of my pockets. I told you guys I would already have my pockets glued in. And then I got some requests asking if I would go ahead and glue them in on camera. So I didn't, but the real reason I didn't is because I didn't have time. But you guys did ask. So I will start out tonight by gluing in my pockets from that bin of pre-made ephemera. And I know that you guys want to see what is in there, so I will go over the bin of ephemera first. Let me set these 2 to the side. Here's the bin of ephemera. We're going to begin working in that. And I meant to grab another bottle of Fabri-Tac. I'll go as far as I can with this one, and then we'll probably have to go grab another one. Don't stress about it. What do I have under here? Oh, I stuck some stuff under here for a project. Okay. Underneath my craft mat. I never know what I'm going to find when I'm in this room. Okay, let me get situated here. So this is the basket. Let me set this guy to the side. So I'm not going to show I don't want to show every single little thing in here, but These were journal cards to go in CD envelopes. These are just those little labels I made in the 365 series that we might use for decorating. I've got the little blue scrappy tag things in here. They've got some pre-made journal cards or journal tags that were just like digitals. Those are in here in case I need to use those. I've got some very fluffy, lacy, fluffy tags here that I could put in there. These are the shaker cards from the 365 series. I pulled 3 of those. I've got tags. These are those little double journal cards from the 365 series. Other journal cards. The wrapped tags. I got a couple of those from the 365. These are from 365. These little journal cards are from 365. This is the scrappy notepad that we just made. There's more tags and whatever in here. Tags and tags. I've got some mixed media things if I decide to use those. This is one of those little notebooks that we made from the envelope in the 365. This is the trifold coffee dyed paper tag. There's a couple of those. More little things in here. This was how to cover up your glossy images. More little journal cards. This is stenciled tags. Other little tags made out of ledger paper. Still more tags. There's an awful lot of ephemera. This is belly bands I just made, and in fact, I just stuck them in here. Don't stress about that. Then there's little library card pockets I just made. Those accidentally got stuck in this bin because there was no other place to put them. Then there's these tags, which we just recently made. Then there's more over here. These are these 3 little tucks. Off to the side, I have those paper ruffles that I made. There's a couple of the shaker cards with the dried flowers in them. There's some more tags somewhere that I need to sew or glue something to. There's the page toppers. Here's our window envelopes. So you can see I have a lot. We're going to have to see where we're at. The back section back here is all pockets. So all of this is pockets and pockets and pockets and more pockets and journal cards and more pockets. And then there's a bunch of unfinished masterboard that is cut up that we could decorate if we need it. I save it so that I don't decorate everything in one style. These are clusters that could be glued to pages to decorate. My wallpaper pockets, this big lacy envelope. Then we've got a waterfall page if I wanted to put something like that in here. We've got our page corner toppers. We've got our fabric, our stamped fabric layering, collage tags, some more things, some belly bands, more pockets and pockets and pockets and pockets and pockets and pockets. So that's it. A huge bin of ephemera. All of this is basically themed blue neutral. I thought maybe it would go in these journals. I will not end up putting all of this in here, but I will put as much as I can fit in the journal to save me from having to make more stuff. But there is like 5 more bins like this in my craft room where I keep all of the ephemera from the 365 series. So if you guys are crafting along with the 365 series, you're going to have a lot of pre-made ephemera. It's great to have on hand because when you get to this stage of a journal, it speeds up that last process. To sit down, here's my best advice to you. If you want to make a journal, to sit down and have to make every single piece of ephemera for like a week, it would be really boring. Nobody likes that part of it. They like making some ephemera, but they don't like spending 40 hours making ephemera nonstop. So do your ephemera little bits at a time. Make some tags one day, make some pockets one day, tuck them away in a bin. You can organize them by color. You can organize them by if it's a tag or if it's a pocket or whatever. But make your ephemera ahead of time as much as you can, and then save, the little bit of ephemera that you need that you don't already have pre-made. Save that for the end of your journal where you can really customize those pieces to match your journal theme and stuff like that. That's my best advice to you guys. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to put this off to the side and we're going to start gluing in some pockets because that's where we're at. Hello, Rebecca. Oh my goodness. Hello, hello, everyone who snuck in there. Hello. Now I have hiccups because I had like one sip of coffee. It's super annoying. Okay, so I'm going to glue pockets in with art glitter glue. I don't know why I picked this one up. This is for lace leader. I'm going to lay that on its side so it can kind of, it's almost empty. I'm going to lay it on its side so the glue can work towards the center. I'm going to glue pockets in with art glitter for the most part. So if you have art glitter glue, let's glue pockets in with that. And let's kind of decide. So for pockets, I have my journal. This is the center page of my journal. So this is the center spread. I want to put 6 pockets or pages like belly bands, whatever, 6 elements in this section. The first half of the journal, I want to put 6 pockets or belly bands or tucks or whatever, 6 elements in this side. And then I want to put 6 elements in the back side. I want to evenly space them so that they are not all clustered in the beginning or clustered in the center, etc. And I want to preserve writing space. So I want to choose a page like this one where you can add a pocket or a tuck or a belly band or whatever and still see the pattern around it. You're not losing any design element. This is a great page to add a pocket. I don't want to add pockets on my coffee dyed paper. I want to leave them plain unless I want to stamp or unless I want to add a little cluster or a corner thing or something like that. I don't want to glue a pocket on here and waste their journaling space because I sell my journals and I want that person to decide, if they want to waste their journaling space or not. So that's something to consider is pocket placement. You want to choose a page that's, you're going to still see the decoration on the page, but you're not covering up like a main focal point. Like you wouldn't want to put a pocket. Let me find a page. You wouldn't want to put a pocket here and cover up this image, right? This is a page where either you would put your decoration, your corner pocket or something up here, but you're not going to cover up this. This is why we chose this page for this journal because it's beautiful, right? Now you could add a pocket here or, better yet, add a pocket here. I never add pocket. I never do that. I always leave a page in between so that you're not like, just having too many pockets next to each other. Plus, the decoration on a pocket is not going to look good with another pocket right here. The design on a pocket really looks good with plain paper, pattern paper, whatever surrounding it. So choose your pocket placement carefully. And obviously any of these that we folded up or we folded in like this one, we're not going to add a pocket there because it's going to interfere with it. So let's get started. Let me grab out some pockets. I know we're going to put these tucks in here. So before I start, we're going to make a pile. I'll leave that to its side. We're going to put these tucks in here. We're going to put the page toppers in here. And I'm going to do the ones that go top way. One of these goes sideways. This guy, right? Yes, he goes sideways. He's staying in the bin. I also have this guy, and there's only one of these. So things that there is only one of, I want to put in one pile because I'm going to put the things that there's only one of, I'm going to separate them and divide them out into the 3 journals. Things that there's one for every journal are going in this pile over here. Sorry, you guys cannot see. So there's that. And then I know that we're going to put the belly band in here. And this one's on a page. There are 3 of them. So I'm just going to pull one because I don't want to get too big of a pile. But here's some pockets. Here's some pockets. For this, there's only 1 made currently. For this, there's 3 made. Here's some more pockets, little pockets. I'm probably missing a whole bunch of stuff in here. Here's the corner tucks, and there's 3 of those. I have these that I plan on using as a pocket. Specifically that one, I'm going to worry about this one a little bit later, but it will be made into a pocket, a big pocket. So then we've got our wallpaper pockets. They could be glued to a page, but I'm not sure we're going to need them. So let me leave them in for just a minute. I might put them in a pocket. There's a bird card. Then I've got decorating bits, clusters. I have 3 of these. I've got all this masterboard stuff that could be made into pockets. I've got 3 of these. I've got these pockets. These pockets. Here's the 3 of these ladies and their corresponding window envelopes. And then I think we're into tags. There might be more pockets in here, but let's see where we're at. So these can go back in and I'll just pull 1 per journal. Okay. So first things first, we're going to pick out 1 lady and 1 envelope. And these have little tabs that I mean to sew on them, but I keep forgetting. And then we're going to choose 1 of these and 1 of those and 1 of these and 1 of these. And I'm just choosing them really random. Honestly, it does not matter to me which one goes where. And 1 of those. That's that pile. And then we have this huge pile that we can just use whatever we want to use out of. And I know there are more pockets. I don't know where they're at. They're probably in the other room. Not everything got sorted. So anyway, we're going to start. I'm not gluing anything to any of these pages. I'm not covering that up. Now here is the first place where you could put a pocket. It's an option. I don't know that I want to put one right here. I think I'd rather maybe put one right here. So if I put one here, this one is right on the top. I mean, that's super simple, but I love the fact that it's the same blue with the blue. So I might do that right there, or I could do it here. Either place is really honestly nice. I think I prefer to leave this page alone and cover up a little bit of the alphabet here. So let's see about that. I just go through and I put the pockets where I think I want the pockets. And then from there, I can decide, you know, to glue them there when I'm happy with them or whatever. But if I didn't do that here, I could do it here. And again, it's nice there too. Well, let me leave it here for just a minute because we either need to put one on this blue page or this blue page. If I skip all of the blue pages here, it's just too far in between pockets. So let's skip that for a second. Let's find another digital page that will need a pocket. Like this one here would use a nice pocket there. But we have this side that also needs a pocket. So for that one, all of my tucks, I made them so they go this way on a page. So, I mean, I could put the tuck there, but I think I want to put a pocket here because this is really plain. So I think I want to put a pocket there. I could put the envelope thing. It just doesn't really give me a lot over here. It's okay. It's just not necessarily my favorite. That cannot go there. It could go here. I don't mind that there. Let's leave that there for a moment. We're here now. This tuck could go there, and I kind of like it. It covers up a lot of this blue page. I don't do that, then I'm back to this section where we just have millions of pockets. I didn't use one of these yet. Let's just kind of clean. I have this one and I really want to use it, but I'm also saving it, if that makes sense. It is very pretty there. I have to audition. So he's quite pretty too. Birds. There's 3 birds. There's these flowers, a butterfly, and that one. I really like the tuck there. I just can't get away from the tuck. So I think we might do the tuck right here. Although that's a lot of elements. We'll see. We'll leave the tuck there for a moment. Then I've got this, and you know, it really could have a pocket there, but I really love that blue lace, so I'm going to leave it. And we come to this section, and this section is very botanical, and we have this on the back side. So one of these pages needs to have a pocket. You know, these ones fit nice there. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. One of these fit nice. We could use a bird here. The bird is really nicely colored for that page. I don't really see anything else I like better than the bird, so I'm going to leave the bird there. He's a wide pocket. He might need a little trimmed off of him. Excuse me. Goodness. So this is going to be a pocket. We have things made to go in these. Where are they? I guess I'll pull it out when we're putting things in a pocket, but you can cut off this edge and have a tag go in this way, or you can cut off the top edge and have the tag go down. I'm going to cut the top off because I want to put a little tab at the top to pull it out with. So this page doesn't need a pocket because it has this. I'm going to leave this open for writing space. And then here, we don't add anything to either of these, but we definitely add something here. And I know that I did not like this up here at the top of the page, and I wanted to put my little corner tuck thing there. I don't know how it's going to look going there, but I may flip it. Can I flip it? No. It's got to go this way. So I'm going to put it here for now. It's just a lot of blue. I'm going to put it there for now. And then we're to the center. So how many elements was that? That was 1. And then I know that's a lot of blue, but I really like it. So that's 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. And this little top tuck is 5. I really do not like the top tuck there. I might come back to that here in a minute, but that's 5. We need 1 more in there theoretically. Let's worry about the back now. So working backwards, I really like all this. I don't want to cover any of that up or that. And we're to the same page down here, and I know that I want to put a pocket there. This pocket is beautiful, and I think it looks good with this creamy tan paper next to it. So I'm going to put that one there. That's 1. This one you could put 1 on, but we have this side over here that really does need 1, so we're going to put it on this side. We have left. We can't forget about our little flip out window envelope. I could do that guy there. He's pretty, but I think there is something better. Like we have these little postcard ones. We could do that one there. I might do that one there. Or one of these birds. I have a whole lot of options here. What about this one? Let's do that. Okay, so there's two. On this one, we're going to do it here. And we have this flip out window thing that needs to find a home before I fill up every open space. So let's see how that would work here. I don't want it there because it's going to cover up these little flowers. So the window envelope goes on the page edge like this, and it flips out, but it's going to cover up my only little decorative element there, so he can't find a home there. I have a belly band. The belly band was just slid over this page, but here's the belly band. And if I put the belly band on there, it's an over the page belly band. This was made in the 365 series. Some of you guys have seen it. Some of you guys haven't. Don't know if I can get it on there without untying it. Either that or I might have to trim the page. I don't know. It's not wanting to slide on. But anyway, that could possibly go on there. I don't really love it there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll leave it there. Then we have these, not covering that up, and we're here. So I think I'm going to leave this one plain, and I'm going to put a pocket here. Is this a good place for this little flip out? It is a good place for that flip out. So here's this going on there. And there's the tag to go into the thing, and there is a piece of lace right here for the tab at the top of the thing. Tab at the top of the thing. There's that. That's situated. And then see how this looks on the back side. It's fine to go here. Now you could obviously add something here to cover that up or make it a little tuck or whatever, but there's that. Then you could add something there, but I think I'm just going to fast forward to this page. We're going to have a little pocket here, so probably put something here. And I have this pocket, which is beautiful. Let's use that one there. We've got Florentine in a pocket there. I think we have enough pockets for this one to be good. Gonna put a pocket here. I don't know how many I have in here now. What did I say? 4 or 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 in this side so far. So I only have one more left to play with. And I have to decide where I'm going to use that at. I definitely don't want to cover up anything there. I can't cover up that. Let's see what I have left for pockets. We have the over the page thing. So not the over the page. I have the long skinny tag combo. So at this point, it's literally just personal preference. What do you like? Where do you like it? That kind of thing. We have more of these. That kind of looks cute there. He might go there. I would like to revisit the belly band situation. Let me pull that out for a minute. Because that's 6 with the in there, but let's see what else we have that could go here. I could put that there. I'm going to leave this one here and not the belly band. And the reason being is because we have this flip out window envelope. I don't want to put 2 interactive things in the same half of the signature. This is the back half, and I'm going to put the window envelope here. So I'm going to try to put that belly band in the front, which we needed another element up there anyway. So I'm going to put this here, but we still only have 5, which means I still need to add one back here. I'm not opposed to doing the long one here. And remember, this was a tuck this way and a long skinny tag. I kind of like that there's botanical with botanical. That's kind of cute. So maybe that does go there. and that's 6. I kind of feel like if we put that there, it's 2 digital pages here that don't have anything. We might add one more pocket in here. I mean, it's nice writing space, the open space, but I don't want it to feel like I didn't decorate the last part of the journal. You know what I mean? So maybe the over the page thing, but I don't see a place for that either unless I put it over the copy die. That's possible. It's possible it could go there. And just paper clip it on so that the person can take it off and journal on the inside of it. So that might be it, other than up here in the front section. So I did not even come close to using all of our things over here. Like I have a massive pile of these pockets still. Let me look and see what we got. So from the front, definitely that one there. I love it. Where did I say we were going to need a pocket? We only had 5 up here, so I gotta find a page that needs one. This one here, it could have one, so that's a possibility. And then we have these 2 here. No, none of those. Looking for a oh, this one was the one I was unhappy with. But I do want to use that somewhere. How would it look if we put the over the page thing here? Because this definitely cannot go there. What if we swap them and put this here? And put this in the back. So we could put this over the corner of the copy dyed paper. I mean, it could go over the corner of any page really, but I'm trying to cram it on here. Goodness. I don't want it on that one. It would cover too much up. Let's put it on the copy die. I keep running into the doily on the back side, which maybe the owner would too. But there's that. So we're done. We have them. They're all in there. And I didn't even use the belly band, which, where did I put the belly band? Oh, it's right here. Let me measure this quick. This one was made to go over that copy dyed paper. I don't know where my ruler is either. It was made to go over that copy dyed paper, which it was on there and it fits, but it may not fit over a journal page because I might have made this one a little bit too small. It is just going to be a tight fit because it is the right size. I might have to untie it to get it to go on there. Yeah, it's just a really tight fit. Yeah, it's a really tight fit. So I would need to trim a page down. So this one, because it is a small one, I'm going to trim a page in one of those journals that isn't sewn in yet so that I can fit this one on. I don't know, this copy dyed paper, sometimes when you copy dye paper, it shrinks. It's just a different size. Normally they're all 8.5 by 11, but this one is a little bit shorter. It's that much shorter. And that much shorter is the space I need to get my belly band to slip on. So I'll just save this and put it in a different one. Now I have another belly band that I could put in this one, but for now I'm going to glue these pockets in. So for now, we're calling that good. We have 6 pockets in the front and 6 pockets in the back. We can add more if I want to when I'm working in it. But for now, we're going to call that good. Sorry, I just bumped that camera. Hello, hello, everyone. Thanks for joining. Okay, let's get started. Gluing these in. As long as everything is inked around, I can just glue it. If it's not inked around or not thumb hole punched or something like that, then I will have to do that. After we do this, we're going to add the lace to the edges of the pages. And then we're going to add the lace to the front of the cover. My glue is almost out. I didn't fill anything up. And so I just center my pocket and I leave a little bit of space on the bottom. So I can see my page. Sorry, I'll scooch up. I can see my page at the very bottom, and I want to make sure that I've centered it from left to right, leaving a little bit of a border here and a little bit of a border here. And that's because this pocket will allow for that. So I kind of get a little decorative peek of the paper underneath. If your pocket is bigger, obviously, you know, it's only going to fit where it's going to fit. So there's that. Now this one. Before I glue this one on, I know that it has been bothering me that this blue is just ever so slightly a little too bright for my eyes. And I don't know how much ink is on here, but I know I want to tone down this ever so slightly, just very, very, very lightly. The blue has been bothering me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fix it because it's gonna continue to bother me. We're gonna trim off that top corner. So I've grungied it up a little bit and I think that helps. Okay, now to put this on the page, I'm gonna go right here and I'm gonna put it all the way at the bottom. A little hard to see when it's already got lace on it, but I'm gonna put it all the way at the bottom of the page. We're okay, we don't need to trim that. We're good. So let's glue this one on. Now this is a really big pocket. It covers half of your page. You're going to get a really nice big journal card in here, which is going to be great. And then at the very, very top, I just add a dot right there at the top. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's there. And I'm going to add a little more because this is a big pocket. We can actually add a little bit more glue and make sure that that gets glued down. I got to lift her up and see her skirt so that I can get her on her page. And I want to leave a little bit there, just a little bit of the page sticking out. And I just kind of hold them for a second. I have a book weight in the bin underneath my desk, but I don't think we need the book weight yet. Maybe as we get further in. Just kind of hold it there for a second, let that glue grab, and we'll move on. This is next. It's inked around. She was inked around. Things are a little curled. So this is a tuck, meaning you're only going to glue on this side and the bottom of the tag thing, and then this just flips. It just flaps in the wind. So try to straighten it out. And then we're going to glue the bottom. And I'm going to go ahead and glue right up this. In the other ones I made, I think I did the flip a little bit different. I can't remember, but I think I did. Okay, so there's that. And again, I'm leaving a little edge of the page. How you guys doing? Any questions out there? Oh my gosh, I answered that in the beginning of the video. No invoices have been sent yet. They will come out soon. Don't stress about it. I'm doing the best I can, but I am only one person and there's over 100 of you, as you guys can see. And so just don't stress about it. They're coming. I will not leave anybody behind. Don't stress. Okay, so there's that. And it's a tuck this way and a little tuck in here. We're good with that one. Now we're moving on to this one. He's inked around, so I can just glue him on. Oh, he was the one that was a little big though, right? He's actually a little big. He's a little bit big. And so before I glue him on, I want to size him down just a little tiny bit because I want to have a little bit of extra space on this page. And so I'm just going to remove a tiny little sliver from both sides. He would have been fine, but we have space on him, and I just don't want to risk having something not fit right at the end. So I just trimmed him. I think he was probably a good 5 1/4 inch pocket, and so we just made him a little smaller. Please don't stress about invoicing. Invoicing, depending on how many of you there are, and this time there's a whole lot more than normal. And I have to make the kits, and the kits are very, very many pieces this time. So it's just taken a little bit of time. It is. And plus I have huge ledgers that have to be packed. It's just taking a long time, in all honesty. But don't stress, I won't leave you behind. What will you use on pockets in the cover page and back page? I haven't decided yet. I would like to add a lacy pocket to some book page and put that in there, but I have not entirely decided. I don't even know if I will for sure add them. I mean, I probably will, but I haven't decided. So there's that guy glued in. There's that. And I know that he's going to go at the top, but I'll just leave him and cut him off here in a minute. This one, I'm just going to put a paper clip there and clip him on because I want them to be able to take him off and journal inside. So there's the front half. This one is inked around and it fits on there. So I'll probably do a video in the next couple of days for those front and back pockets. I most likely will not add a pocket to both the front and the back. I will probably do one or the other. I might leave them open. I don't know. But if I do those, I will probably make that lacy book page pocket and make a video. You guys will see it one way or another. One way or another for sure. Okay, so there's that one. Another nice big pocket. And I am trying to give them a little squeeze from the sides as I put them in. And it just gives you a little bit more of a gap right here. So when you glue on your pocket, don't shove it over, but just give it a little squeeze and it kind of helps that stay open. There's that one. This one is also inked around. And so a lot of people make journals and sell them. So obviously, you know, a lot of people out there that do that. Everyone does theirs differently. Everyone, you know, has a different formula for doing them. And I'm just showing you my formula this time. My formula does change from time to time based off of what style of journal I'm making or how much, you know, what interactive elements we made and that kind of a thing. That's funny. Okay, then there's this one, and this one does need inked around. And I don't know how many of you guys know this or realize that, but when inking becomes hard, when it's hard to ink, if you do not put more ink on your dauber thing, you're going to chew up your dauber thing. Goodness. Uh-oh. I felt a sneeze coming on there. But if you don't re-ink when it gets hard and you're just like, oh no, I'm just going to finish this, that's why your ink dauber thing gets chewed up. Just take the time to ink it, is my point. Okay. So now we're now gluing this one on. I have a tickle in my throat and it will not leave me alone. And of course it was not here until I turned the camera on. That's basically the way that works. So we've got pockets and pockets. This one we can center on there. Now, like a pocket like this, I might come in, and I will for sure, add some lace to the page edges. And so these pockets that I'm gluing on, they're a perfect place to come in and line the bottom with some lace and get that little flowy lace at the end of your journal here. Goodness. All right, so there's that guy. And now we're to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add the smallest amount of glue stick to this just to keep it here while I'm working in this journal. So if you're using glue stick, your sewing machine will sew through it. Don't stress. Just let it dry all the way first. But it will also hold your lace into place. It kind of helps with the sewing process because your lace doesn't move. Not that it would in a short little thing like this, but I'm just saying. So I've held it in there with glue stick for now. No, you will not be able to pull it out of the pocket like that, but this, I don't know if this is inked around or not. It's not inked around the back, so let's just do it quick. It's such an old book page that I can't tell if it's actually been inked around or that's just the color of it. But I can see from the back it has not been inked. So let's just do it quick. Okay, and then let's glue this on. And I'm just going to glue it down. You can glue yours however you want to glue it. I'm just going to glue it down. And that goes right on the edge of the page. Now leave a little, pull it out just a hair so that it has room to fold nicely. So glue it to the edge, but then give it just a little teeny tiny pull so that it flaps open nicely. And there's that. Now if I come in and cover that up, I would cover it up with like a little page ruffle or something like that. But now it will flap open. Our lady's going to be in here from the top. After she's in here, I could add some coffee dyed paper or something else so that you could write, and you can just write on the back of the envelope too. That's fine. I'm just going to give that a minute before I put that in the rest of the way. I really do need the book weight. We're getting to the back here. Let me see if I can grab the book weight. Okay. This is the book weight. It holds down your pages so that you can glue your pockets in really nicely. Okay, this one is inked, so we're just going to glue it. Any other questions out there? Where are you guys all at with your journals? Anybody gluing their pockets in with me tonight? Hello to you, Charmaine. Thank you for joining from South Africa. Hello, hello. Randy's out to dinner. Hope you have a great dinner, Randy. Hello, Rebecca. The pocket tip from the 365 series. Awesome. I'm glad you liked it. Anybody questions? Christy's out there gluing her pockets in. Good for you, Christy. That's awesome. Have to make pockets first. Awesome. Make them in small little batches with the 365 series, and then you'll have them done in no time. Okay, I think we just have this guy. And I like him. I really do. He's going to need decorated right here. So there's something to finish later. He's going to need decorated right there. I'm going to glue him in, and I'm going to glue him as a tuck. I think we're going to center him, though. I keep trying to, do I want him down here at the bottom? Let's put him at the bottom. So he's going to be a tuck. I'm going to glue across the bottom and up the side. You could have just glued up the side and put him in the middle. And I need to clean off this nozzle before I have trouble. But I'm going to put him at the bottom. Okay. So another tip for you guys. I know people who have made a lot of journals know this, but people who have not made a lot of journals might not realize when you are gluing in your pockets and you put a pocket on the page, like you just added your glue and you put it on your page, if you move your pocket, you're spreading that glue underneath your pocket. And so when you flip your pocket over and you put it down, really try to make sure that you are putting it where you want it. You might have a little bit of wiggle because you might need to move it, but try to avoid that because every time you move that pocket, on the back side of your pocket, you're spreading that glue, and the more spread that you get, the less pocket you have. Now, on a tuck like this, it's not as important because there's just a tuck back here. But on a pocket like this one, if you spread your glue and get it too far in here, your journal card or whatever may not fit. So just try to make sure when you put your pocket down, it is in the right place. Because if you had to move it a little bit, you're just smearing that glue over and then that's sealing up your part of your pocket. So, you might have a nice big pocket, but if you smeared your glue, you're going to lose a little bit of pocket. So just try to keep that in mind. Okay, so that's on. And that's just, removable. So that doesn't need anything done to it. However, it is going to do this unless I put a paper clip on it. So I think we're just going to paper clip it. And that will keep it closed. I am going to slice a little off the side. It's been bothering me since I made them and I just need to do it. So I'm going to put mine in. It's not decorated yet. And I'm going to slice some off the side. I don't care if I slice off my pockets on the back. I just can't have it hang over that much. So did I open anything up? Are we still sealed? It's opened a little bit right there. I'm just going to add a little glue right in there, a little tiny bit. Seal it back up. Clear off that before my glue gets clogged. Did we seal it? We did. Okay. So now that that's sealed, I'm going to be a little bit happier with how far out it sticks. It's in the back of the journal, so if you are going to have something stick out, if it's in the back of your journal cover will hold that little bit of sticking out. But if it was more in the middle or whatever, it might interfere with your closure. So I probably got a little too zealous with the glue and didn't get my glue over where it needed to go. I'm like, which way does it go? It goes this way. So we're going to slide that back on, and now it sticks out a little bit less, maybe a little bit. Okay. I'm still going to have to paper clip it. Definitely still going to paper clip it. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to leave it here for just a second. It's still wet on the inside with glue. All right. So that's it. We're done. We've got them in there. That's what it looks like. It's not gator mouth by any stretch of the imagination. Now we still have all the fluffy bits though. The pockets are never the thick stuff. I mean, we're still really nice and slim. What fills it out is all of that ephemera. So if I put those shaker cards and stuff in here, it's really gonna get fluffy. So anyway, we're done. We glued our pockets in. It takes, for new people, it takes a long time to get everything down. It really does. And my advice to new people just starting out is find a couple of pocket designs that you like and just make maybe a slight variation in decoration on those pockets. Don't overwhelm yourself with making every pocket different on every page. Find a couple of simple pockets that you like to make and make those in repetition, but maybe change up the decorating style so they don't look identical. If you noticed, a lot of my pockets that I put in here were just these kind of pockets, and it's because I love making these. I can make a million of these and make them look different and be happy with them. And this is just a very simple pocket to make. Everybody can make this pocket in like 2 seconds, right? But it's really nice, and I like the way that they look in journals. We need pockets down here on our page, but I just make them out of masterboard, or I just collage. This is the book page one where we started out with a book page. So just find a couple styles of pockets, make them in repetition, decorate them a little differently. Like where's another one that we used? This is the same kind of pocket, right? But it's just decorated a little bit differently. It's still in that color theme because my theme is blue and neutral. So I really tried hard not to add a lot of color because I don't want to. Now you could be different. You could add a bunch. Okay, let's fill them. So for filling is my favorite part. Normally I might add page lace first. Should we add page lace and then fill them? No, I want to fill them. I think you guys want me to fill them too, so let's fill them. I can't decide which way I want this to go. I think I want it to go this way. So I got so much stuff in here still. There's just too much stuff. Of course, I have 2 more journals to go, but okay, so there's that. As far as ephemera goes, we just go to our first pocket and we figure out what would look nice in there. I don't have pre-made stuff for these pockets, so really anything looks nice in there. I mean, I'm not trying to like be like that, but I'm just saying we have a lot of options. She really does look kind of cute in there. I might leave her in there. So this was just a little journal card. I don't know that they're all inked around the back because normally I skip that part on the video. We could add something else in there. And in fact, I still have antique documents to stuff in the pockets. So after I add the ephemera that, you know, we handmade, I generally come in and stick the antique documents and things like that that are folded up and they go back in the back. That could also go in there. It's a little bulky to start out with, but it is super cute. I'm going to leave that in there. I just kind of like it. Although I liked that lady too. But anyway, we have one of those for every journal and it needs to find a home. So because I have a giant lady here, I don't want to put another giant lady there, right? So I need a big tag that is beautiful. That's an option. I also have these that are an option. They're very similar, but yet different. This one is made on scrapbooking paper, and this one I made. I mean, they're very similar, but let's put that one in there. And the reason why I like this one better is because it has this color, and we have this color in the background paper. So I opted for that. Our next little tuck pocket thing is here. So we're going to want to put something in there. Let's see. I have a journaling card that, you know, is honestly too small. I have library pockets. I have these that are decorated the same. I have this lady, and she looks good on that page. Her dress is the same color. Let me turn the brightness down. I'm so sorry, guys. Sometimes the brightness needs turned down for the lives, where for the recorded videos it is better. So now you can see more accurate colors, I think. So this lady, she's got a teal blue dress on. She needs a little bit more decorating, like the hole reinforcer put in at the top, but I like her in here, so she's gonna go in there. And then we need something in here, which probably will just be like a piece of ephemera or something. So I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. Like folded up antique handwritten document or something like that can go in there. Now this is like a little botanical spread kind of situation. And we have this lady with the butterfly in there. I'm happy with that. I love the stenciled book page back here in the background with this blue. So anytime I want something else in the pocket, it will either be a cardstock tag that is a digital printable, like I have a pile of them, like these kind that need cut out still or whatever. But anytime I need something else like layered behind it, it will either be a folded up antique document or something that's already like pre-made like this. You know what I mean? So I always include a handmade piece first, and then, you know, the old antique stuff or something that's a digital that's cut out. Now we're to this one, and I know it's going at the top. So I'm going to snip off the top. Now you just take the smallest little tiny sliver that you can, and you can do this. I usually do it before I put it in, but I didn't. So now we're doing it here. It's better to do it before you sew it into the signature, and it's also better to use a smaller pair of scissors. But I just have what I have, so we're doing it this way. And there, that's it. I just took a small little sliver off of the top. And now my pocket will open up. I can come in with the thumb hole notch and do a tiny little thumb hole notch right here. Just the smallest little sliver. And this is a little hard to do where you guys can see it more than likely, but I'm going to do it. Hopefully we're even. I don't know that we are. Hopefully we are. And there's that. Now, when you cut off the top, you have this part that's open. If you just put a dot of glue here or seal up the side, you'll have a completed pocket again. I'm not worried about it. I'm going to wait until I get my journal card in there. But if you do this step before you put this in your journal signature, it is much easier. So I'm just going to ink up that little thumb notch. It's coffee dyed, so that's all good. There's the little thumb notch. We have a little birdie thing that says it would like to be used. It's jumping out of a pin. Okay. So for this, I know that there is one finished journal card in here, but I also have these ones. I think I might save these for the nature journals just because it's a little different style. Where is... I know we have a journal card for that. It's a big, wide journal card. Right here. This guy. He will need a tab on him. He might need slid. He might need slid in from the back at the present time. But that's him. He's going to go down in there. But he needs his tab on him. So for now, I'm just going to leave him hang out a little bit to remind myself, because if I don't leave it hanging out or out of the pocket altogether, then I don't realize that it's not done yet. Okay, so I'm just going to leave him there. But that's him. This guy just needs a paper clip and then something to tuck underneath of that. So something to tuck underneath of that. A document folded would be really nice there. A pre-made tag would be really nice there. We have this that could be under there because it has this little pocket right here too. So that might be kind of nice there. This is one of those tags that I did the wraps on. It would need inked around and stuff, but for now it can go there. There we go. I'm happy with that, although maybe it's better to put her in the back because she has this like brown, creamy, let's see how she looks back here. I definitely like her back here better. So now we just need to find something else, and probably a document is the easiest thing. We already have something on this side of it, so I'm going to leave it like that. And I'll stick a document in there. And then there's our center. Now on the center, I'm going to paper clip in some pieces of ephemera on the sides. So there will be some stuff paper clipped here and here. If we have time, I might dig through and try to do that. We'll see. We're still pretty flat. I mean, I do have some fluffy pieces of ephemera to add, but we have one notepad and we have one of these little booklets. I made 3, but only one of them will fit with this colorway. And I have a notepad. So I have to find, a place for each one of these, one in each of the journals, not both together, but one in each of the journals for those. And then I need one more nice piece of ephemera to go in there. So I've got this thing. This is the trifold copy dyed paper. It adds journaling space. It can go right in here. I like the way that looks. And then we've got this one. This one, I think we need to do this botanical tag. We'll see about that. We've got these little pockets too, and I skipped over those little pockets. I didn't mean to. I just accidentally did. So what do we have that can go in there? It's a ledger page. Maybe I want this little businessman in there. It actually kind of looks cute because, it's like a ledger and this is the little businessman. I might put that in there. It needs to find a home. I know it has Tim Holtz ephemera on it and really nothing else does, but I kind of like it. So I think I'm going to stick it in there. It's a really thick journal card. It's made on some kind of very thick cardstock. Or maybe it was a tag and I cut it off. I don't know. How are you guys doing out there? Anybody stuffing pockets? Did anybody finish their journal yet? Has anyone finished their completed journal? It's all decorated, everything. Anybody gotten that far yet? There he is. There's my little businessman in the ledger. Okay. So now we're to here. What do we have that's different that we haven't used that maybe I have 3 of? Have these lady tags and we do need to stick one in there. So she has lace at the bottom of her. So I've got to find a pocket that's big enough to hold that. I kind of like her. She can go there. It's getting a little fluffy on that side. And what it is this is pulling the pocket out a little bit too much. I need to crack that glue that's underneath there. It's glued with Fabri-Tac and it needs cracked. You kind of just soften it up with your hands. Sometimes it just gets a little too firm. You can see I've got a little crease going in her. Don't care about it. It's fine. And let's see if she fits better in here now. She does, but we're getting full. It's fine. Where's my book weight? Let's weight that side down. Okay, moving on. This little book weight is from Amazon. I can link it for you guys if you want. This one's good. It's all decorated and ready to go. I just need to sew that little tab on. This needs decorated. I'm like, what is that? It's the book weight. Dum-dum. Okay, so now we have this. This pocket. What else do I have 3 of that I meant for 1 for each journal? That's unfinished. That's wallpaper pockets. These guys. And I think I was going to use these for a tuck. That's why they're in the pocket section. Darn it, I forgot. So I think we're going to have to add these on a page because they could be just journal cards. Like I could get him in this pocket. It is a nice big pocket. He's not going to go because he has lace over here. But I think I wanted them just to be tucks on the sides of pages. Yep, kind of forgot about that. Like he just needs to be a tuck on the side of a page and you stick something in there. Got to figure out that. But anyway, those are still in there. Back to this guy. I need something to go into this pocket that we have 3 of. Because I'm trying to use one of, the things we made 3 of in each one of the journals. So I'm not left with like 3 of all the same things at the end. I've got a botanical journal card that could go in there. I think that's my last journal card. No, I lied. I've got these little guys. Here's the third one of those. In fact, there's 4 of those. And we haven't used these yet. There's this big tag with the butterflies. This tag with the flowers. We've got some little pieces of ephemera. I've got these 3 little journal cards and these painted tags. I have a big bunch of stuff we need to find place for. And this is a really big journal card. So if I find a place where I need a gigantic journal card, there's one in there. And the shaker cards we have 3 of. And the lacy tags we have 3. I have a whole lot of more ephemera. Okay, so for this one, let's take this out of here and save it because I have less journal cards than I do anything else at the moment. Although journal cards are probably the easiest to make. We could put one of these guys in here. It's kind of botanical, and I don't think these guys really go with that, so I'm going to save those. They're falling everywhere. I'm going to save those for a minute. I could do this set of 3 little journal cards. Let me see if I can fit all 3 of them in there. Ooh, they do fit in there. I need the butterfly to poke out, the flower to poke out, and her to poke out. Something like this, maybe, with her in the center. You can kind of see it. I don't know. That's a whole lot of stuff in that pocket. So after I fill the pockets of this and get the cover decorated, so this will be the big element for this journal because I have the other bigger elements off to the side, and there's only one set of 3 of these. Now we have this little pocket. That little pocket, let's put a painted tag in there. I'm off camera. I'm off camera and you guys cannot see me. I have these painted tags and I have a lot of them. They don't have to go in here, but they do go with the next page over here that's all painted in mixed media. So they're not backed. I'm going to leave it all painty and messy because it's super fun that way. Again, it needs softened. It gets stiff when you glue everything to everything. So I'm going to leave it just like this. Instead of inking around it, I'm just going to leave it like that. I think it's fun. And that's going to go right in there. So there's that. And then we've just got the tuck for that. The tuck for that page. I mean, that's kind of small in there. It's okay. It's okay. Let's see about this one. That's definitely better to tuck in there, I think. So I think we're going to do that. And then we're to the very last little section here. I still have a ton of ephemera. I made too much ephemera blue, guys. Okay, let me take a break for just a second. Drink some coffee, read some comments, and then we're going to finish this guy off. Hello, Shauna. Well, at least you made ephemera. Ephemera is the hardest part. It takes the most amount of time to make that handmade ephemera. So that's what I'm saying. Even if you don't like me in the 365 series, you're not going to hurt my feelings. Go find somebody that you like that makes ephemera every day or pretty much every day or something like that, where you can get new ephemera ideas or craft with them or something. Find somebody you like to watch. My voice is annoying to some people, as I've been told. So if it's not me, no big deal. Find somebody that you like to watch, craft along, and start making your big basket full of ephemera. Decorate it. You know, if you're not sure what journal you're putting it in, decorate it in a way that is easily to fit into any journal. Like flowers, they pretty much go in every journal, right? Ladies, like Victorian ladies, they pretty much go in every journal that I make. You may have your own themes and stuff that you like. So decorate your ephemera in a way that can go into any journal, or leave it mostly blank where you can just come in and add that focal point. Like I could have made this entire tag. In fact, it was just a masterboard and just not put the focal point on. And then when you know what journal it's going in, you can put your focal point on. But find somebody you like to watch so that you can build up your stash. Because if you have to sit here right now at this point and make all that handmade ephemera, you're probably going to quit and put all your stuff away and never finish your journal. So start making your ephemera piece by piece and build up your stash. Uh-oh. Somebody retire? What happened? Let me read chat for just a second while I'm sucking down some coffee. I will never sleep tonight because it is 6:30 and I'm still drinking coffee. It's okay. I haven't slept in days, so it doesn't really, at this point, it's pretty normal. Finish yours maybe next weekend? Well, that's awesome because in truth, mine, it's going to be, a lot of people would consider what I'm going to leave mine as tonight as finished. A lot of people would. I see a lot of journals that, they've made the ephemera, they've stuck it in the pocket, that's done. I get it. I like to do a little bit more. I like to finish off things a little bit more, but that's my style. And so I will do the journal tonight with you guys, but you guys will see a final finished flip through after I've done all my little zhuzhing and adding stuff and whatever. You'll see a final finished flip through before I sell these journals. And that's just going to be a video that just comes up on the channel. It's in addition to the 365, in addition to the lives. So hello, Ria's mom. Is it all good out there? All good out there? Everybody good? Is somebody retiring? Ria, did you retire? Who retired? Okay, I'm done with my coffee. This actually does kind of look good on this page. Does it not look good on this page? I think it looks good on this page. Let's see about sticking this corner thing on. All good? Awesome. Okay, so here's this, here's that. That's going, and it still needs decorated. It's very plain right now because there is no focal point on it. To make this fit on a little bit better, I wonder if you could snip off the corner of this page. I wonder if that would help it. I don't want to do it, but I wonder if that would help it. I'm going to paperclip it, but I think we're going to tuck this tag in here. I need it to go down a little bit more. There we go. That's better. It's still sticking out just a little bit more than I want. I'm going to do it. Snip, snip. Snip, snip. Oh, so much better, guys. Fixed it. Fixed it. Hopefully you guys got it. Hopefully you saw it. I trimmed off this much of my page, and now my little corner thing fits right perfect on the page. Like, perfect. Snip off your corner. Solves the problem of it sticking out. So cute. So cute. Okay. I may even stick this in upside down. I don't know, but it's very cute. I can't do it upside down. My OCD will not let me. I think that's it, guys. The pockets are full, except for back here. What do I have that's tiny? These little guys. He needs finished. Do I have a finished one? Pretty sure some of these have coffee dyed paper on the back. No. Okay, he needs finished. Sorry for sticking my head in the camera. He needs finished, so he's just going to sit here. He's going to sit here until he gets finished. Okay, that's it. We're done. Our pockets are basically full. And look, I stuffed all that stuff in there. And I still like, I'm not even pressing hard. I'm just closing it. Like if I wrapped a closure on this, we're really, really good. We did not overfill this, even though there is just tons and tons of stuff in here. I still have a couple things to add, obviously. And it's a nice, fluffy, full journal. But yeah, I like it. I love it. Definitely. Okay, so there's that. From there, let me move some things. Is there anything else that I need to stick in here? Because yes, we have something in every pocket, but that doesn't mean that we have to be done. It doesn't mean that I can't fit anything else in there. I have 3 of these little tags. Let's see about adding up that one. I mean, I don't need to waste ephemera either, but I do have some extra things. We need to find a place for those. I want to put one of these guys in here. Maybe that one. These are stuck together. There's 2. Maybe this guy. Boy, that's sad that he's on that way. I kind of want to take him off and turn him around the other way because he looks better that way. But anyway, this guy could go in there. We got these little dangly things. They could definitely go in there. I have this one too. Any of these really. And this one. I'm going to put that one in. Okay, so there's more things to add. I have this pile of pre-made tags that I'm going to look through and journal cards because there's a little space here or there. I have these super lacy things that we could probably, I mean, honestly, you could have stuck one on the cover of it. I'm not going to, but you could have. I love these little boys. This is my favorite one. I love these little boys. There's just something about the little boys. They're so cute. Maybe he can go in there. Since he's my favorite, or this one, I have a lot of these. So we probably should find a place for that. There's 3. The shaker card. The shaker card definitely needs to go in there. Let's add the little shaker card. You know what? Let's add the big shaker card. Let's add the big one. I changed my mind. We want the big one. We have those in the other journals. I put the 3 little things in there. Did we put a big lady tag in this journal? Did I put a big tag with a lady? Anybody remember? Because I have 3 of those, so I'm wondering if I did not stick one in. We added one of those. We added one of those. I have a lot of extra ephemera and a lot of blank things that could get added. And let's add a wallpaper pocket because I do have 3 of them. And just a whole big bunch of things. And one of these. Still adding, not quitting. Till my journal is gator mouthed. That's my style. And I have some tucks that we could use for, clusters that we could use for embellishing. So I do want to do a cluster, and we also did not do one of those pockets. I know we thought about it, but. So I'm just going to add a couple more things. I have room. I can fit it in there. I'm going to add a couple more things, guys. A couple more. There are more clusters somewhere too, and I really did want to add some of those clusters. So let me look for those clusters quick. Because clusters are part of decorating the finished journal. They're right here. And that one. Hopefully that is it. There's something else over here. What is over here? Oh, the fabric-y things. That's actually decorating the journal too. And there's these things. Somebody was asking me how we were going to use these, and I saved this one to show you how we were going to use them. Then there's my page ruffles. And that's what we have. Okay, so let's do a little more. We have time, we have space. I just made a huge mess on my desk. So this is decorating. This is for like decorating over here. But before we get to that final decorating, I have a pile of digital ephemera, digital tags and digital journal cards that if I find a little space where something else will fit, I will make up one of these. It doesn't mean I have to leave them plain, but they're there. Then this is stuff that I want to add to the journal. And then we're moving on to decorating the actual cover. So let's just do a little bit more work because she has space. She can hold a couple more things. I'm not going to fatten her up too much, but a little bit more would be okay. This shaker card is going to make it bulky. Even if I don't put it in the journal, I am sending it along with the journal, and then the person can decide what they want to do. Now we have this space right here, and I was thinking about my tucks. So this one right here can be a tuck right on the inside cover. I like how the lace will hang out and stick out. I'm just curious, it's pretty high up, you know, on the side. So if I close it and put it where it would go, it's pretty high up. So putting my closure, if I do like an eyelet right here for a closure, which was probably what I was going to do, that would interfere with it. So I just need to make sure that whatever pocket I put here doesn't interfere with the closure that I'm deciding to do on the journal. If I do an eyelet right here to tie it with sari silk or seam binding, which is what I'm planning on, this would kind of get pinned in that. It wouldn't be terrible to have the eyelet go through it as well because it would make it more secure. So maybe I just go ahead and plan on doing that. Can you guys even see it? Not really. Maybe I go ahead and put the eyelet through the edge here and just glue down the rest. And we'll make it a tuck. It kind of needs curled the other way. Let's do it. I want this in here. I like the fact that it's right next to this. I like that. That's good. And if I didn't do that one, I have these two. So that one has that lace that's sticking out. I kind of like it. Although it only goes up part of the way on the side. That might be weird. I don't know. If I don't do that one, I have this one. Equally nice. And if I don't do that one, then I have this one. And if I do this one, that eyelet's going right through that B. He's going to be out of the running. And if I do this one, let me position it where it would actually be. If I do this one, it's just going up here in the corner. I think I'm going to do this one. That's a good place for that. Now he needs a little finishing, and I think this was supposed to be glued right here. I don't see. This one was going to have something. It might have been having, nope, this goes here. This goes on this one because there's already a B on this one, and this goes here. So that goes there to decorate that. This one is decorated, and this little B goes here. Good thing I figured that out. Sorry, you guys have to like talk through it with me. Okay, so let's get this guy on, and that's how we're finishing off that for the person who asked. Okay, let me round out this one now. Put that right there. That's fine. It'll be all right. As long as it punches a hole, it will be okay. So I need to get the Fabri-Tac out, pin back my pages. We'll use Fabri-Tac to put our little bee on. And so this was a little fabric collage that, little bee's not sticking on either. It's a little fabric collage that I made for the 365 series. So If you want to see how these were made, there is a video on the channel for that. My glue has a little clog in it, apparently. And that bee is just going to get stuck down when I stick this little gold lace on there, because there's glue that's coming through. So there's that. Obviously my pocket's not glued on yet, but I got to get my little embellishment on there. Cute. Okay, so do I want to use this glue? I'm going to use this glue. I mean, I wish it worked better. I'm going to try to use this glue. I'm going right over my stitching. And when I do the eyelet for the closure, this is why I don't add lace to a bunch of pockets as I am making them to the bottoms of them, because it is hard to see where to put the pocket on the page if you put your lace on your pocket. So that's why I don't usually add lace to the bottoms of things until I'm, got it in the book. Okay, so there's that. You can see I did leave some of the cover showing, just a little bit there, just because I do like to see, the border around things. I got a little glue there. If you just rub it, it will be fine. And there's that. So this is going to need one of these journal cards or something in. The shaker card could go in there because the shaker card is meant to be taken out of the journal. I might just include it, not even put it in the journal, but just send it along. And then the person can decide what they want to do with it. So there's that. He's in there. He's going to need a minute. Fabri-Tac, it's a great glue, but it does take a second. It's not like art glitter where it's instantly down. So we're just going to hold that down. And let's figure out what we want to put in that pocket then. What do I want to put in there? The lady would be cute peeking over the lady would be super cute peeking over the and it would set kind of the tone too. We're doing the lady peeking over the edge. I don't think we put a lady in, so let's do that. And then we have some other things to add. I can't fit anything else in that pocket. I'm like, why did that stick right there? Because we glued this on. There's definitely room in this pocket for other things. Let me get this glue situation taken care of. How are you guys doing? Anybody want to see something specific? Hello, Tanya, or Tanya, however you pronounce your name. Sorry. Hello, Amy. From New Zealand. Awesome. We have people joining from everywhere tonight. Awesome. Everyone likes the decorating of journals and finishing of journals. It's such an eye candy video. You get to see all the ephemera that was made all in one little video, right? Okay. Not to saying you guys are like, liking the ephemera I made, but everybody has their own take on it. And the people out there in the world are not shy of telling me, your stuff is ugly or whatever. It happens occasionally. Everyone has their own take. Okay, so I've cleaned up that glue mess. Let's move on. What else can I stick in this? Like, I really like the way it looks, but maybe one of these little journal cards. Maybe we get the flowers in there and that. I don't want to overstuff, but I do have a lot of nice ephemera to put in there. So if I do that, that sews back in the bin. It just needs flattened out. Okay, there's that. She's kind of peeking out, and that tag's back there in the background, peeking out. I mean, I do need stuff to glue or to not glue, to pin in here too. So don't let me forget to do that. We need to pin something nice right in here. Maybe I pin one of these in here. Like, I don't mind covering up these people over here a little bit, but that could pin there. That could pin there. That one's kind of cute there. I might pin that one there. My little boys, I think I'll save them for something. My shaker card could even get pinned there. Let me see how it looks with the shaker card in it. Yeah, it still closes. It's still fine with the shaker card, wherever that is. I could even clip both of these right here. I like the sparkly with these little colored flowers over here in her dress with the little sparkly. I kind of like that. I think I've chosen those people at least. And that just leaves me with these things unless we do like a cluster. So for the person who asked me how you use your little watercolor swatch things, they're a page edge decoration. So you're going to glue them down, like you can make them a tuck to where you're only gluing like the edge of it. And then you just tuck like a piece of paper or a tag or whatever in here. You know, it can just be a tuck if you glue it down like, you know, a tuck. But normally I just use them as page decorations. So you would put like a ruffle, a page ruffle down the side of a page. You could put this. You can just pin it, you know, use a little paper clip and pin it. It can be part of a bigger decoration. Like, I don't really have anything here, but so say you have, I don't know, one of these, and you just pin it to it so that it's just a page decoration. It's just a fun, anywhere that you would use a ruffle, you could use a little watercolor swatch. It's just a fun little element to put in there. It's really just page decoration. You can decorate a tag, you could decorate a piece of ephemera with it, but it's just meant as a page decoration. Okay, so if we glue it here, or not glue it, if we pin it here, we've just got a couple little things and they'll just be pinned there. I think that's okay. I had a different plan. I'm not sure that I want to do that, but I think just a bunch of ephemera pinned in here and possibly like a little floral tag or something. I don't know. I have to think about that. I don't really think there's a place to add much of anything else. We did need something for this side. You know, this is a pretty small tag to keep tucked in there. This is the water or the wallpaper envelope. That's again pretty small to tuck in there and have it hold. It should be long, you know. So I don't really have anything for that side at the moment. Just some ephemera can go in there. I think we're good. I'm needing to do a little finishing. A little finishing. That can go in there. I mean, it's maybe not the best place for it, but ooh, it actually needed to maybe go in here. Nope. Definitely has to go in a pocket. Back to this one, and this can go in here. That's a whole lot of thick stuff. It's going to be very, very fluffy. I need to add some extra things in the back maybe. So we're in the back half now. I won't eat up a lot more of our time doing this, just a tiny little bit, and then I'm going to move on to decorating that front cover. That will take a little bit of time. They could go there. He is here. I want to pin them on a page. I don't want their lace to get too ruffled up at the bottom. So I'm going to save those and pin those on a page. Maybe this goes in there. Let me figure out what's happening here. it's tangled. And then that can kind of tuck in there. See how I just stuck half of it over the top and then half is in? So half of your little dangles are on the outside of the pocket and half are inside. And then your little tag string is there. I think we're approaching done. That's a nice place for those. That would work. Pin right here. Maybe. I'm going to see how fluffy we're getting because we're definitely getting fluffy. Boy, I added a lot of ephemera to this guy. A lot. Okay. And then back here, this is going to go there. I'll go through this one more time anyway, but I don't know if I can get that in the back. I don't know. If I leave all of that ephemera in there, it still closes, but it is chunky. It's good. I mean, it's not gator mouth or anything. So I think I can do it. I'm going to leave it like that for now. Let's move on and finish some things. But we have it like super, super, super fluffed. Like this is a big, nice, very full journal. The owner would take some ephemera out more than likely. I mean, they could definitely leave it all in, but it's a very full, chunky monkey journal. Not gator mouth. It's fine. It's totally, normal. But I'm just saying, it's got a lot of ephemera in it. And we still have to add some page lace. And when you add the page lace, it does kind of fluff out this section a little bit. So let's move on. Leave it where it's at and let's move on. I love the watercolor swatches. The freebie for the printable, is that what you're talking about, Susan? This little thing is okay, so questions. If you have a question, put it in all caps and type it in now for me. The ones that I can see on the screen are the thing for this is a knitting needle cap. It's just a little like silicone knitting needle cap that your pin goes down through the center of. It's squishy silicone. And so your pin goes in if I can do it, but your pin goes in the little hole, right? But the little knitting needle cap closes that off and like puts a lid on it, right? It's more airtight. It keeps your glue from sticking and clumping up there at the tip of it. So if you're talking about that, that's a knitting needle cap, and these come from Hobby Lobby. They're like $1.99 or something. There's a big one and then this one. So this is the one that fits on the art glitter glue. If you're looking for like the dangly thing, I don't make those. I don't know who makes them. If you make it, please don't say you made it. I'm just saying I don't have the dangly thing. I don't have a source for that. Okay, that's perfect. If you ask to join the group, I'm going to look at those whenever the live ends in an hour or so. The botanical book is Florilegium. I'll type in the botanical book for you guys. And actually, I will not. I'm not signed into Amazon, so I will not. But the book is called Florilegium. It's here. Pardon my reaching. It's this book. This is the botanical book. Florilegium. All you need to type into Amazon is this. It comes from Amazon. It's like $20 or something, but it's a big, huge, nice book of botanical images. There's a couple pages here or there in each section that are black and white. They still have these. You can cut these out as little postage stamps or whatever, but probably 80% or more of the book is the images. That's Florilegium. Okay. Any other questions that I didn't answer? Let's move on to some decorating. Awesome, Kendall. Go get it from Amazon. Use my link. Anybody else? The freebie. Somebody was asking about the freebie. What freebie? Is it the printable decorating element freebie or what? The freebie in the Facebook group is available to everyone. Is that what you're asking about, Susan? What freebie? Okay, let me go cut some lace while you guys are doing that. And then the only other thing we have is like final finishing, whatever. But let me cut some lace and get that gluing on the edges of the pages. I'm going to have to take the ephemera out to decorate the cover of it anyway. It's too bulky to glue my lace over it, more than likely. Unless I put the closure in. I could put the closure in and then tie it closed. No, can't tie it closed and put lace on it either. Let's try to add this lace. Let's try. Go up and read Diana B message. Okay, let me scroll up and see Diana B. Yeah, Diana, we have been in contact with Paper Cameo. She does know that I used some of her paper in my videos, and we're talking about doing a collaboration. She messaged me about doing a collaboration. We will definitely get in touch and work all those details out. And thank you for telling her that you know, saw me using her stuff and all that kind of stuff. I really appreciate that. It helps out the channel a lot. And we are working on doing it, but my daughter's getting married very, very soon. And I'm already trying to get all your invoices and stuff out. So I just need time to work out that details with her. But don't worry, we're going to do something fun together, Paper Cameo and myself. Okay, let me try to get this, the spine lace glued on. I don't want to take stuff out because I literally just put it in. But let me get a rubber band. So rubber bands, very, very helpful, as long as I don't break it and snap myself. Obviously, I'll have to take it off when I do this lace, but it holds it at least a little bit. Okay, better. And then overnight tonight, after I fill them, every single time I make a journal, after I fill them, I put rubber bands on them, but I put about 20, and I close it all up with all of that ephemera in there because it squishes it and gives it a nice hug. I don't put it on so it's going to tear pages or anything, but I do put the rubber bands on because it keeps your journal flat, and it kind of tells your journal this is the way that you need to lay and this is the way that you need to be, right? It trains the journal to stay more flat like this. So that's another like secret tip that I don't share with anyone, but I just shared with all of you and the whole rest of the world is if you bind it with rubber bands the night after you fill it and make it like right when it's done, bind it with rubber bands, let it sit overnight, and then take the rubber bands off. Or you can even let it sit for a couple of days, and it just kind of forms everything to each other. You know, it forms your cover, it forms everything. Okay, let me grab the lace. I don't actually know where. Hang on just a second. I'm looking. Let me grab that beaded lace for the front cover. I will be right back because my beaded lace is in another room. I forgot it. Yeah, my beaded lace was in my craft room. And the only beaded lace I have in here is in the very last. I have one kit that I saved in case somebody didn't get theirs or something happened or whatever. So this is the lace that's going on the front cover, and it's going to go, you know, somewhere in this kind of a frame of mind. But there is going to be a focal point right here. So if I glue this down, I will not be gluing these down until after I have my focal point, because these might overlap whatever is going to go underneath, right? So for now, I'm going to see if I want my points on the front. I more than likely want my points on the back. Yeah, my points are going to go on the back because then I have more space here for my focal point. And my back will have these beautiful points coming across it. So that's what we're going to do there. This lace is included in your kit. It's beaded and beautiful. So let me cut the lace to the right size and figure out where I need this to be centered. And it doesn't have to cover everything. It's okay. It does cover top to bottom. And then I just have this little section right here. I'm going to cut it. I'm just going to cut it kind of nowhere right here. You see that I don't really know where to cut it, but we're just cutting it. I have spare lace, so it's okay. But we cut it. So let's see. Which way up is my journal? This way? Okay. Yes. I have to double check now. I have OCD. There we go. Okay, so this one, I can have it go this way. And wrapping around to the back. Let's do that. Okay, so we're going to use Fabri-Tac for this. And we're be very careful with your Fabri-Tac when you do this, because if you get Fabri-Tac on this velvety fabric, you're going to see it. So put your glue where you know that your lace is and not where your mesh is, as much as you can avoid it, right? As much as you can help it. And so here's how I do it. My journal is bound with rubber bands. It now stands on its own. I don't want to get my signature strings glued into my lace, so make sure that you pull out your signature strings. Yes, I understand that there's a rubber band on here. I was just going to glue it and snip it, but I'm just going to take it off. It will still stand. It's just going to be a little harder because all my ephemera wants to fall out. Hang tight. Everything's shifting. I need a clip is what I need. Let me see if a hair clip will clip it. It does, but will it stand? Kind of, sort of. Okay. Okay, it works. There we go. All right, so I always glue my spine first and glue right over top of your signature strings. And I apologize for being close to the camera, but that's what we gotta be right now. So I make sure that I get the glue on the signature string and kind of secure that. Here we go. So at that point, I'll put this lace on before this runs everywhere. And I didn't put very much to the front on this one. I truthfully don't want very much in the front, just the peak and that for the back. So back here, I'm not doing any more decorating to the back. The only decorative element is this lace. And now I only have it glued in the center, so I can kind of flip it forward and start adding the glue to the actual lace part, only where you know you have like the big decorative elements, not where the mesh is. And I'm going to glue this down pretty securely because this is on the cover. People slide their journals around on the table, whatever. So I'm adding the Fabri-Tac everywhere that there's kind of this embroidered element. I'll slide up for you guys. At least now my Fabri-Tac is flowing pretty freely. And then out here on these little branches, you want to tack those down so that they don't come up. Fabri-Tac is the best glue for fabric. For journal making, you want Fabri-Tac, and you want Uhu, and you want art glitter. I don't like the Barely art glue. For me, that nozzle clogs and it doesn't stick as well as the art glitter. Okay, so I've got a lot of glue on this, and we're gonna try it. And I'm just gonna roll it. Take this hair clip off so I can kind of use the journal itself and press that on a little bit. I apologize for using a hair clip, but it is a clean hair clip. It is what it is. We got to use what we got to use. There's just a little bit right there. Got it. That's good. So that's the back of my journal. Just pressing, and then if there's extra glue, it will more than likely stick to your fingers and come off rather than just drying as a glob, you know? I love this lace with this blue fabric. So nice. Okay, so that's pretty much down. It's sticking. I'm not going to worry about that anymore. I'm going to go back here to my spine and give that a nice press. Just really working that in there, getting it secure. There's that part. And now we're to the front. Now I just have that little peak in the front, just that little peak. And I'm going to go ahead and attach that now. And so I'm going to work from the middle, gluing. And I want to make sure I get these little points on the little scallops. I hope you guys can see how much Fabri-Tac I'm using. Don't underbuild. Don't get skimpy. Don't think you're going to save your glue, because if you're selling your journals, you want them overbuilt. As long as you put your glue in the right place, it's okay to use a lot. And especially down here at the bottom and also at the top. You know, think about the wear points, the stress points. Petrified? Oh my gosh. You'll be fine, Maria. There's nothing that is not fixable. Even if the worst happens, there's nothing that's not fixable. Okay. And that's good. We did it. Now, the focal point. The focal point is going to be a video. I know some of you will be disappointed with that, but the focal point will be a video, and I will make the cover piece that's going to go right here in the center. So there is a panel that I will construct and make for the front of this journal. And I'll do it in the next couple of days. I'll try. I know I'm filmed ahead a couple days, so I guess you guys will probably see it like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that kind of a time frame. It might be later. I don't know. It'll be soon, but I have to film it and I have to do the cover piece here. But other than that cover piece, and we're going to finish decorating some things. I'm going to add the page edge lace. We're going to find some places for some of these little clusters. And we've got our little fabric embellishments. I still need to come in and do a whole bunch of zhuzhing and final embellishing on the pages, because right now none of our pages have embellishments as far as just like decorating a digital page. I want to make sure my top is really glued and super stuck there, and my bottom. We're good. I like it. Okay. Like that's glued on and nice. It was really easy, Maria. Really, really easy. You saw, I just got glue. There's not really glue here. It's just a mark, I hope. But I got glue underneath all of these little elements. And I just followed the pattern around with the glue. I mean, this is glued on pretty securely. Yes, it needs to dry, but it's pretty secure. You can see that's my actual spine. We're all good. So I'm going to leave that now. And we're going to glue some lace. I know it is beautiful. And I hate to say that about my own thing, but I am in love with it as well. And I do apologize for the hair clip, but that's where we're chunky. We're too chunky for one of my binder clips. So that's what we got. That's what we got going on. That hair clip is my I'm too hot while I'm doing a live or something hair clip. And it stays back here. I have very thick hair, so I need a big, huge clip. Okay. Let's see where we're at inside and glue some lace to some page edges. So now we're going to focus on decorating this outer edge of our journal, this part here. And I will also glue lace down here at the bottom. Okay. I know, but people say bad things when I say I like my own stuff. They're like saying I'm conceited and whatever. If you knew me, like, you know that it's like absurd because I'm not possible. It's not possible for me to be like that. Anyway. This is another nice little place where, you know, I'm not saying I'm going to add this one here, but this would be another nice little place to just, you know, glue this down on this little tuck flap here, or clip it even, you know. There's just a million places to add those little watercolor things. So I do need to clip in some ephemera here. You know, there's other things I want to add, that German laundry number ribbon on some pages, and do some little embellishments, you know, here or there. So things like this can happen. But let's work on this edge here, okay? So for this lace out here, it's secure, it's not moving. I'm not going to put a lot of stress on it, but we're fine working in the journal for a while. So let's do that. Then we have our signature strings, which I didn't bring anything in here for, but, you know, put some beads on. I'm obviously going to add a lot of beads and some nice charms at the bottoms of these. Again, you'll see the finished thing in the flip through. I have this little thing right here, which I think I'm just going to glue down. This is the other side of the CD envelope. And I think because it's on coffee dyed paper, I'm just going to glue it down. But I'm going to glue this as a little tuck right here. It's not, you know, it's not taking away too much writing space. In fact, if I glued it completely flat, you wouldn't even really see it because it's coffee dye on coffee dye. But the only other option would be to add something to decorate, and I don't want to cover it up. So I think we're just going to glue it down as a little tuck. I don't want to keep working in here, but at the same time, I can't really quit working in here either. I don't know if this is going to go in there. Nope, too small. Okay, so I don't know if I can get this one in there either. It's very, very, very small. Almost. Almost. Not really. So anyway, it will be a little tuck, but I can't clip it because I didn't clip it beforehand. So it is what it is. I'll glue it down as a tuck. Let's get some lace. Some lace. I have some lace. That piece is the right size for there. I have a bunch of lace that is just cut laying here. So we're going to use some of that, and some of that, and some of that, because it's here, and why not? And there's some more of that. Oh, and I brought in the gold too. I definitely want the gold. Where did I put it? Don't tell me I didn't bring in the gold lace, because, oh, over here. Because I definitely did bring in the gold lace. Gold is going on there as well. So we're going to add lace. So now this is still decorating the journal, right? The journal's full of ephemera, full of pockets, but now we're still finishing off the journal. So to add the lace, Here's the formula for adding the lace to page edges. Many of you already know this and do this, but for those of you that don't, or maybe I do it differently than the way that you do it, we come here, and right now you have to decide. Be careful sliding it while it's wet. Right now you have to decide if you're going to clip things in here, if you're going to clip ephemera or whatever in here with paper clips, you need to be conscious of what lace you put there because it may make it where you can't clip things in, right? So normally, if I'm not clipping ephemera in here, I start by adding lace in the center down both sides, a matching lace. So whatever I do on the left side of my journal, the front half, I do exactly the same thing in the back half because you want symmetry. At least in my opinion, you want symmetry. You want it to be on the same page. So if I add it to, say I add it to this coffee dyed paper right here. I want to find the other half of this coffee dyed paper. It's next to this blue embroidery pattern. I want to find that coffee dyed paper next to that blue embroidery pattern, which is right here. And we already have stuff on it. So that means I would normally glue it here, but there's stuff here. So then I would have to find the next closest page and glue it to that, or find a different page to glue it to up here. I don't usually glue lace to the coffee dyed pages because it takes away writing space. But you want, in my opinion, 3 laces in the front half and 3 laces in the back half. They need, in my opinion, to be the same lace and in the same location. Symmetry is nice. It's appealing to the eye. Your eye sees symmetry as beauty. It could be ugly lace, but if it's in a symmetrical pattern, your eye is going to see it as more appealing than it really might be, or whatever, you know? That's my opinion. Some people like chaos. Some people like different. Some people like whatever. That's fine. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I'm just saying in my opinion. Okay? So, I don't know about adding lace here, but normally I would. If I do add lace, ooh, that is kind of pretty. It's pretty full. Maybe I don't clip stuff in here. I can clip it in another place. Maybe we just go ahead and add lace here. I do like the lace. This one I have bent up, or it is bent up. Sometimes the vintage lace, because it comes in these gigantic spools. Let me grab the spool of this. Sometimes the vintage lace, because this is vintage lace, but this is the way I have it. I don't have a normal spool of lace like you all have. I have these. But see how down here at the bottom, because it's been on this spool for decades, it's kind of curled up. Sometimes you just have to take enough lace off of the thing to get a section that isn't bent up like that. And yes, you can iron it, whatever, but I'm just gonna skip that section of bent lace and start where it's not bent. And we're gonna work from there. Because I will still use the bent lace, I will just use it in a different way. But down my page edges, I want my lace to be more straight. So I'm going to measure it, and I'm going to cut it, and we're going to glue it on here. I always go slightly over so that I have room to play, and I measure one and then cut the other one to the same length. So there's that. I have 3 journals that are sitting here that I just need to add lace to the page edges of. And I've needed to add it for like 6 months. You like chaos? A lot of people do. And that's totally fine. I like those journals, and I think those journals are beautiful too. It's just not me. I need symmetrical stuff. My home decor is symmetrical. I just need symmetrical. So anyway, we're going to add this lace here. So I've just put it there. And now I want to think about, so I've got one, this is the final page in the front half. I want to think about putting one about midway. So this is the final page in the front. This is the first page in the front. I want to think about adding a lace about mid section, which is somewhere in this area. We have an awful lot of pockets in this area. Let me find the first page we could add it to. We could add it to the back side of this page. So you could glue lace to the front side of the page, or you could glue lace to the back side of the page and still be able to see the lace. So if I glue the lace If I glue the lace to the back side of the page, you glue the lace to the back side, you're still going to see it peeking out from the front side, but it is not going to cover up your decoration. So we might put this gold one here. I want to see what it looks like with the cover. So let me get it to about where we would stick it. And let me see what it looks like with the cover. I want the gold in the center. So I want the gold in the center part of the signature. I don't like the way it looks with the cover, like cover and straight gold lace. So I'm going to put it in the middle. The middle is somewhere in here. This spot is okay. I don't want to put lace on lace. I have a pocket right here and I don't want to cover up that. I'm thinking this page. So let's add gold lace to here. I can add it to the front. That's okay. It doesn't bother me. I can scoot it over. So let's add lace to there. I'm just gonna, you know how tall it is. It's 8.5, but I go over a little bit to give myself room to play, especially with pointed lace, because sometimes my brain tells me that pointed lace can only be lined up symmetrical as well with the points. So when I snip off a little extra bit, it's just a little snippet for later. I don't trash it, obviously. So this one can go right here. I like it very much. That's good. So there's that one. Now this page in the back, this is the blue invoice. The blue invoice page in the back is somewhere. What's right here? And we have the flip out right here. So for this one, we're good because we're going to add it right here. And that's kind of going to camouflage our little envelope thing. I'm fine with that. In fact, you could make the lace a little tuck even in some instances. I don't know why this piece looks short, but it does. So this one's going here. That's okay. So there we go. We've got the gold in. Now let's put our first lace in. So we have one in the center. We have one in the middle. Now we need one in the front. So for the front, I have this one that I could put in here, or I have this one that I could put in here. So I'm going to end up with a lace sandwich. Let's save that last one for last and let's glue these ones in. Okay, let's glue our lace in. Fabri-Tac again. Rebecca, you guys are cute. I always joke with my son because after I make something, I will show him what I made. And like the joke is, because he always says it's beautiful. And I always tell him, I said, well, I don't make ugly things. That sounds very conceited. It's kind of a joke, like obviously. Occasionally I make something ugly by accident, but you know, I just say I don't make ugly things. It's just kind of funny. It's a little joke between us. Okay, so which side is the right side? Oh, I didn't think about how far in. It does need to come in a little bit more. I don't want it super, super sticking out. I want it kind of sticking out, but ooh, getting a little crazy with my glue. Little bit crazy. And there we go. And let's line up these points. So first I get it in there, and then I position it to where the points are sticking out the same amount on each little point. I'm picking up the extra glue on my finger, straightening up. And then let's see how it looks over here. So this is where you're measuring your points and you're making sure that all the points are tucked over the page edge the same amount, which this one's just down a little bit. They all look good for the most part. And I'm just going to leave it and we'll cut off the excess in a minute. Now what you're going to need, and I have them down here, you're going to need a bunch of plastic. I always cut up extra little baggies. Sometimes you get them in packaging or whatever, and you're going to put your little baggie, like right at the moment it's not mattering, but you're going to put your little plastic sheet in here, and it's going to keep that lace from gluing your pages closed as you work. So now we're going to flip that over there and add our lace here. I need to sit back down. Actually, I just need to take my pill and then I will be happier about it. It's just a joke, obviously. I do make ugly things from time to time. I mean, I'm sure I do. I'm sure some people will say that I do. It's just not my style, isn't everybody's style, and that's okay. It's okay that we have different styles. It's actually good that we have different styles. You know, if everybody's junk journal was exactly the same, nobody would like junk journals. It's all good. Everybody has their own style. And some people do have exactly the same style. And it doesn't mean because some people have the same style that, oh, somebody's copying somebody else or whatever. Like I see so much of that. Like having a Facebook group really has opened my eyes to a lot of things. And a lot of things are not like super great. Like some people make some weird off color comment about stuff. You do want to make sure that you're not gluing your page underneath either. So just be aware that if you get crazy with your glue, it's possible to glue your page underneath, which you can stick plastic under there before you put your glue on too. Right now I'm just kind of straightening it, pushing it in there. I didn't put quite as much glue on that one. Let's see what we look like from the back side. From the back side, we just want to make sure our points are roughly even. Okay, I'm good with that. There's those two, and we'll leave those close together. Okay, we don't have any glue here. We're okay. Let's add this gold lace back here because that's kind of the section we're in. I hate crafting when my desk is a mess. You can't do it. So this one I do need, see how there's just a page sticking out too far over here? This one I do need to stick a piece of plastic, and I just reuse these pieces of plastic over and over again. But if you stick that plastic in there underneath, you're okay if you accidentally go too far or whatever. So maybe, Maria, you just need to get some plastic and just, I don't know, put it where you don't want your glue to make sure that you don't get glue there. I don't know. I think you're going to be fine doing it. I don't think you need to stress. So there's that. Now this gold lace is very meshy, so I don't want too much. I want to stick it in to cover the envelope flap. We're a little too far in there. If you have a silicone spatula when you're doing this kind of work, gluing on your lace, is so helpful. I like to pick up the extra lace with my fingers. I just think it kind of gets it out of the mesh area a little bit. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's snip this off just so I can turn the page. We'll snip it off for the finale here in a second. There's that one. Let's check and see if we are, see, I did get glue there, so it's a good thing I put some plastic there. Let's see if our little flowers are lined up somewhat close. This one could go in a little tad. Check and see if your flowers are lined up. I think I'm going to pull them all in, to be honest. And out up here. I was crooked. That's why you got to flip your page over and check. And now we got glue there. And glue there. Luckily it's Fabri-Tac and I can wipe it off. Ooh, I'm struggling. It's like that haircut situation again. A little too far, a little too far. Okay. I think I'm pretty good with them. I'm a little off down here, but I'm pretty good with it. Okay. So I'm going to put a new piece of plastic because I know that one has glue on it in there. I'm going to tuck her back in her little place. That goes there. And I'm going to see if I got any glue here or if I need to add glue, which I do need to add glue. I like the way the gold lace looks on this page though. I'm just adding a little bit. I don't want people to really think that it is a tuck. Like, yes, you could have left it and somebody could have used it as a tuck, but it's not enough of a tuck, and I think it might just be frustrating for the person. So I just glued it down. Okay, and then we do plastic here, and we close this page. And we go to the midsection here, and we put our lace here. Just make sure you don't have any sticky glue anywhere. Put that there. You really could add your lace before you fill your journal and you would be a happier person, because I'm kind of regretting the fluffiness at the moment. And this one, am I adding the lace to the back or am I adding the lace to the front? Let me look at it, because we didn't keep that lace out. This one is short too. I don't know why I cut them short, but apparently I did. This one is long enough. I don't want it to stick out too far, and I don't really want it to cover up too much, so I might add it back here. I think that's what I'm doing for this one. So we're going to change up our plan and we're going to add it to the back side. Journal's a little too fat for my book weight. Okay, there we go. There's the plastic. We're going to get some glue going here. Got a big gob of glue. I don't know. Yes, you guys can see. Okay. Everybody okay out there? You guys do such a great job of answering questions when I'm just busy working and not paying any attention, because it's really, really hard. I mean, the toss-up is, do you continue to work so that people don't get bored, or do you stop and read chat? Because when I read chat, I'm reading chat in one location, and you guys are probably well past that location when I finally start reading it. So sometimes it's more boring for people to have me sit there and read the chat from 10 minutes ago and respond to that stuff than it is for me just to keep going, and then you guys will yell at me if somebody needs something. So anyway, so that's the toss up. But thank you guys for helping out and answering people's questions, because you know we do have a lot of new people and whatnot, and so thank you for helping out and answering questions and stuff. And so here's the lace on that one. And thank you guys for hanging out with me on this Friday night. We have a little bit of time left. We're going to get all this lace on the page edges, and I might just go a little longer if you guys are up to it or up for it, and continue to work. I need to grab another piece of plastic. I probably can pull this one out of the center and put here, but I don't want my pages to stick together after all that hard work. And see, I did get some glue there. Let's check our lace and make sure that we're not really crooked. We are a little bit crooked right here. Right here. Okay. Better. Okay, I'm good with that one. So we have one more section of lace to add. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to see how we're looking from the front. Now there's going to be another lace here because I don't want to just see this gold. So I wanted to see how we're looking from the front. We have our fluffy lace in. That gold might be sticking out a tad bit too much for me, so I'm glad I checked. It won't stay up there with the plastic, ding dong. No, it will not. I'm going to pull this lace in just a little bit, as much as it's going to let me. I just don't want it sticking out quite that much. There we go. Just the little flower peeking out. Better. Oh, my fingers are really getting gluey. Yep, they're getting gluey. Okay, I'm good with it. Now, plastic and front. So for the very first piece of lace that we're going to see right here, I want to audition a couple. We have this guy here, which is everybody's favorite. Everybody loves this guy. He's in your botanical journal kits. I don't know where he's going yet, but we thought about putting him here. So if I tuck him out right there, let's see how I like the front cover. It's really hard to like audition this with this journal being so fat. From the other two, I'm definitely putting my lace on before. Yeah, that's the one. Don't you guys think? Because you got it down here. Don't you think this color with this color looks nice? I mean, yes, you can see the gold and yes, you can see the white, but I think that looks lovely. And plus you can get your closure, your sari or seam binding or whatever through these little points to close it. So I think that's the one. I'm going to do it. But before we make that decision for reals, this is the only other one I was thinking of doing. So let's see if I like this one more, which I'm pretty sure I don't, but being who I am, we have to look at it. And there's that one, and it would just peek out this little bit, and then you would see the gold and the white. I normally try to do it where the longest lace, the one that sticks out the farthest, is in the center. And then there's a medium, and then there's a small, which is why I held this guy to the end. He's also nice. There's nothing wrong with him. What one do you guys like? Number 1 or number 2? This is number 2. This little lace here is number 2. Do you guys like that one? Can you guys see the white underneath? Not really. Can you guys see? That's what we got right there. So number 1 or number 2? This is a lot. I will admit this is a lot. Like having it sticking out here and having it sticking out there is a lot. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. You love them all. 1, 2. I think the ones have it, but I do like this one as well. So then maybe it's a matter of when you have the book open, this might just work better. I can't really even decide which page it was supposed to go on. I think it was supposed to go on the back side of this one. In that case, it would be here. See how I agonize over every little thing? And it's important to do that because I think that's what makes my journals look better than they would have if I just went fast. The sad thing is you guys have to sit here while I agonize. I really do like this one. I think I might do this one. Just because when the journal is open, I think it's going to look better than this one that's really going to stick out far right there. See how it's kind of like too much of the same lace? I don't know if you guys can see, but we have that lace here, we have that lace here, and we would have it there, and I think it's just too much. So we're going with that one after all of that. Thank you guys so much for your opinions. I always choose the opposite of what you guys do, not deliberately, it just happens that way. I don't know why. Let's glue it. I don't know if I can glue it. I'm going to try. It has to glue to the back side of this blue page. That's where it has to glue. So I don't want to get glue all up in my cover and all of that stuff. So I'm going to slide this in there. Clean off my glue. Okay, too. Cheryl, you're right with me. Okay, too. I know. It's a very hard decision. I like both of them. But I'm going to use this one. I don't know if this was 1 or 2 now, but I'm going to use this one. This one doesn't stick out as far on the page either. Ooh, see why I have to have that plastic under there? Because that would have been right on the inside of my cover. Okay, so I didn't glue a lot. I just glued a little. I don't know if it's enough. Oh, I glued. There we go. Let's do it. I didn't cut this one. If it's gluing this way, now the dilemma is, do you glue it the right side this way, or do you glue it the wrong side that way so you can see the right side on the other side? I'm going to glue it the wrong way. And I'm going to keep it right to the page edge so that it sticks out far. This one I can probably go ahead and trim. Only me would take an hour to do this. And then we have a little bit of glue on it, but I'm just going to leave that. And now I'm checking to make sure my scallops are all the same, sticking off of the page the same amount or thereabouts. That's good. I don't have any glue there, and that's what we ended up with. It could stick over just a tad bit more. I'm going to attempt it. I don't know if I can, but I'm going to attempt it. It's right at the edge of that page. Very, very close. But I like the waterfall look. I like where the small pages lead us into the journal. The small lace leads us into the journal. I like that look. Okay. So there we go. There's not much glue on that one, so I don't think I have to worry. I think it looks pretty good. Let's pull these out. I got one more to glue in the back, and we're done with the page edge lace. One more to glue in the back. It's looking pretty frilly. Looking pretty frilly. Our little page topper falling off too. Okay, so now we're to the very last page back here to add lace. And I'm going to do it on this side of the page too. It's kind of a plain page, and I just think it looks nice. So let's do it there. And then you can do it at the bottom, but for the bottoms of the pages, I'm going to look at putting it at the bottom of pockets before I just put it on a page. Remember, I told you guys the little pockets we put at the bottoms of the pages, that I thought maybe I would come back and add some lace to some of those pockets, but I want to look at doing that for sure before I add it to just the bottom of a page, because you could just add it to a bottom of a plain page like this so that you get your, your ruffly look. But I would add it to pockets first because I think it looks better added to pockets. Really wish I didn't forget my silicone spatula, but your fingers do a better job. You're obviously, you're just better with your fingers than a spatula. It's going to get right in there and get it. Careful, careful. Don't clip your page. And a little snippet. I mean, that could be right for a bottom of a pocket too. Okay, this is on. It's a little sticky. I'll put some plastic there. Checking to see how far we're out. We look good there, honestly. So from the back, all of our lace. So now you have 3 different laces on the front and the back, and everything's symmetrical and gorgeous and beautiful. Now, when it's tied closed, it's going to be all squished, and, there's going to be sorry or whatever. I keep saying sorry, but I know I'm using seam binding. This lace is all stuck down now, and it's really, it's not fully dry, but it's definitely dry enough you can play with it or whatever without worrying about it moving. It's not going to move anymore. And so I know you guys are curious about the front piece. I'm just going to do a video. I like to build a topper, so it's a specific way of building a journal topper. So this is something you can mass make. You can make a bunch of toppers and just have them on hand like you mass make pockets or tags. And then when you get to the stage where you need to finalize the decoration of your journal, you just pick out a topper that looks nice with it and you glue it on. So the topper video you guys are going to like, I think. So the only thing we have to add lace to is here. And it's because if you look at the bottom, we have all of our lace in the very, very, very front, like the first 2 pages. And there's no lace anywhere else in here. So we do need to fix that little section. Now, we don't have any dangles. So your dangles, if you made little bead dangles, they can clip on the little lace and dangle out the side. So I normally do one up here in the front, one here in the middle, and one back here at the end, so that they also waterfall, you know. Everything's like that for me. I don't know why. Symmetrical. Anyway, so some dangles, some string beads, and you know, whatever you want to do there. Some kind of little charm or other decoration would be cute. I don't know if we'll do that or not. I'll have to see what it looks like when I get the topper on. This is sticking ever so slightly. And then just clipping in some other ephemera and some little finalizing of decoration. You know, there's just a couple little things that I like to do at the end. Some of it will be more lacy or fabric work. I have, you know, some awesome French fabric to play with. So I will probably be playing with some more of that. This is a big, gigantic clustery thing that I want to kind of, I don't know, either clip in just, you know, with a paper clip or something, or staple and they can lift it up and write. But there's definitely more decorating. Like we have some little other lacy embellishments. We made these during the cluster class. And these little guys, you know, I like to put this kind of stuff. It's bumpy, it's 3D, whatever. But if you put it at the top, if you look at this journal, because we glue all of our pockets and our tags and stuff sit down in the bottom. This is the bottom of the journal. If you look at the bottom is pretty thick there because all of our stuff is glued in there. But if you go to the top of the journal, the top, there's nothing in the top. So when I add these fat 3D elements to a page up here at the top, they're not going to interfere with writing or anything like that. And it kind of balances out. Like you can even see from me pushing, maybe. I don't know how much you can see, but it's definitely sloping down. So if you add these 3D things up here in the top, it balances out with the thickness down here. So that's probably a good place for that, in all honesty. Well, I'm going to add it to somewhere because we have them and we built them and they're there. Other than that, it's just, you know, final things. Like this needs a tab on it and stuff needs inked around the back. And there was one piece back here that needed backed with copy dyed paper. This keeps falling off because I need to paper clip some things. I do have dangles made. I made them in the dangle making video, also part of the 365 series. So if you guys want to see dangles, they're already made and in the series. But we're really, really close to done with one of the 3 of them. I still have 2 more. Now, all the ephemera's made. So obviously, you know, in one afternoon, I'm basically going to be finished with 3 journals. It might take me a couple afternoons with the zhuzhing and finishing, but very close. So from here, I would most likely go to do my closure. My plan, once again, is to put eyelets in the front and back cover. And if you need a video on how to do that, I can do that for 365 series, because it probably will be part of the 365 series. Why not do a video on it? Some people don't know. Some people don't know the best way of centering, the best way of doing it, how to tie the ribbon on, whatever. So I could do that. You guys could see that part 2. I don't want to not show you certain things because some people, this is the very first journal they've ever made. And if you've made a journal that is this frilly and lacy and full of stuff, your very first attempt, you're going to be an awesome journal maker. Most people start out with a very small project, which this is not a small project. It took a month, but we only worked on it on Fridays. Okay, guys. Yes, please. Okay, definitely. Flip through. I will definitely do flip through when it's done and you guys can see the rest of, you know, and things might move. Like obviously the pockets and stuff I glued in won't move, but other things you might see move. This needs a paper clip right here to hold that down. but then it flaps open for journaling space. So that was the point of it. But anyway, you might, you might see some ephemera move from a pocket or something. If I have, like, there's tags in here that needs, I can't find what she needs, a little hole reinforcer, and then I will probably do some decorative little fibers or seam binding or sari or something so that there's some fluffiness up here at the top. All of my little paper clips that I put at the top will have something tied on them to decorate them too. So, there's little things. In truth, if I stay here right now and glue lace at the bottom, and I already have my dangles made, I need to put beads on the strings here, which that just takes me a few minutes, maybe 15 at most, because I'm picky about it. But other than that, seriously, maybe 2 afternoons, and it will be completely fully decked out and done. So, and I'm only saying 2 afternoons because, yes, I'm still going to cut off the excess lace. I know some of you are looking at it, but yes, I will cut off the excess lace. For now, I just left it. So anyway, there's that. This guy slides in. But guys, it was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to leave it like that for a minute. I'm going to let that lace dry with this little plastic back here for just a few more minutes. And then I will take that plastic out and put the lace at the bottom, probably tonight. And then rubber band it for the night so that it can flatten and form. And then I'll come in and finish those. It's not going to be till after. I might film some videos out of some of that, but it's not going to be, these are not going to be done, and I'm not going to do a flip through until after all of your journal kits have shipped. Because right now, that is what needs to happen first. I'm stressing about it. You guys are stressing about it. We need to get it done. So that's pretty much it for this one. I have this huge big basket full of ephemera. Still, there's a huge big basket. For the other two just need sewn in, and then I can decorate them. The covers are already done and everything like that. I was looking for a paper towel. I have glue stuck to my fingers. I hope that you guys craft along with me. Whether you're making the exact same journal or not, I hope that you guys are crafting along with me. Okay, so I'm going to flip this camera back around. Where is my camera? It's Ruth, this is kind of a big project for beginners. It's a single signature journal, which, that it's not, it doesn't sound like it's 18 signatures or something, but it's very frilly and girly, and that kind of stuff takes a little bit more time than maybe something where we didn't hand make all of our ephemera and we use just like a paper cover or something like that. Yeah, that's awesome that you'll have time, Ria. Awesome. Okay, let me flip this camera around. I can't find it. There it is. Yes. Okay, good. Oh, nope. There we go. Okay. So we did it. We did it. We made it through February. We made it through the Blue Beauty Journal. We have a new journal to start for March. I don't believe there are any kits available unless somebody doesn't pay for theirs, which there's an awful lot of new people, so chances are some people will fall out. It just happens. So I'll keep you guys in touch, I'll be in touch with that. But the plan is for right now, me to work through the weekend, getting all of that stuff done. If you do not get an invoice by Monday or Tuesday of next week, do not freak out. Just know that if you claimed one, I am servicing the people who claimed first. Those people will get their stuff handled and shipped and invoiced before people who just claimed yesterday or earlier today or whatever. If I even can fill those claims, we'll see. But just know that I'm filling them as fast as I can. I'm shipping them as fast as I can. I'm invoicing them as fast as I can. If you do not have a kit by the time the first Friday of March rolls around, which is 1 week from today, some of you will because priority mail, but some of you will not. I will not leave you in the dust. We will figure out another project to work on or something, and then I will fill in with the Saturday in March. My daughter's also getting married in March, so it'll be a little hectic of a time. For Tuesday and Wednesday of this week, I'm planning a sale. But if I don't end up doing that, don't think I died or something terrible happened. It may just be that I do not have it in me after filling all of the kits, because it might take me until Tuesday. I might be still filling kits Tuesday and Wednesday. I don't know, because I haven't gotten that far yet. I know building one round of kits has taken like 4.5 hours to build one round, and one round is 20 kits. And I have many, many rounds of 20 kits to build, right? 5 or 6, it depends. So it's too many kits. It's just taking so long to build them. Plus, I have questions and I have other business stuff that has to be handled, right? And so then I have to do this, and then I have to film videos, and it is a lot. Just know that I'm working on it, and don't think that I'm goofing off, because I'm definitely not goofing off. I'm looking forward to having some time off, but it is not right now while you guys are waiting on me. So just know that, okay? No guilt. I'm not holding anybody's items this time around. Everything is shipping, and it's because I am going to be busy with my daughter's wedding. So everybody's everything is shipping. If you have claimed anything, if you have anything here, it is all shipping. It might be into next week before it does ship, but I won't hold anybody's anything unless you're international and unless you've asked me to hold it as an international buyer. They are the only ones who ever get to ask me to hold, because it is not fair for me to decide, oh, well, I want to ship your stuff now, so you have to pay X amount of postage when you could have held it a couple more weeks and filled up your box. So international people can hold, everyone else ships. Whether you want me to ship or not, I'm sorry, but it all has to go, because I want to have time to enjoy my daughter's wedding, um, and spend that time with her. And I don't want to feel guilty that I'm there and not doing stuff here. So I need to clear the deck so that I can handle all of that and be happy and enjoy it, and not being like, oh, I got to do this for this person. Oh, I got to do that for that. Because that's how I am normally. And it's hard because my kids, I'm very busy, and my kids are very acutely aware of how busy I am. So let's just leave it at that. Thank you. She's super excited, but she's super, super sick, guys. Like, morning sickness is terrible. For those of you that don't know, she is also pregnant, and she's about 3 months pregnant now. So give or take. I can never remember exactly, but I believe she's around that time frame. She's due at the end of August. So yes, about 3 months. They waited a long time, and they planned, and they were trying for a long time, because we don't have strong fertility. Fertility does not run in our family. We have problems with fertility. It usually is very hard to get pregnant. She is almost 30 years old. She's 29 years old, and they were worried that her window might be closing. So they started knowing they were getting married and all of that. And so she's super nauseous with morning sickness. You guys know how that was. I was terrible with it. I had like hyperemesis in the hospital, like terrible. She's not quite that bad, but she's definitely feeling poorly. And it's sad because she's a couple very short time away from getting married, and she's very, very not feeling good. So I need to be there for her, and I also want to leave some flexibility. So if something changes in my schedule, know that I am fine, everybody is good, but my daughter is getting married, and so I may or may not be here Tuesday and Wednesday. I said on Tuesday I would be here Tuesday and Wednesday. If I am not here doing a live sale Tuesday or Wednesday, if I'm here physically at this location, I will pop on and just chat with you guys for a short time. But if I don't do a live sale, you'll have to forgive me while we're in this short time before the wedding. After the wedding, things will calm down and whatever. But yeah, yeah. I just felt bad because the other day we had dinner plans and she had to cancel. And I was like, oh, well, that frees up in my head. I'm like, oh, well, that frees up time where I can go do this then for us here at Live Sale us here at Live Sale World. It freed up time for me to go handle stuff like that. But in my head, I was like, well, that was really bad. Like, you should have like taken her some stuff or whatever. Like, sometimes I just am very busy and think I need to go get this done instead of, you really could have brought her some soup or something instead of just saying, oh, okay, we can go next week. You know, it was bad. I mean, nobody cared. She might have, I don't know. She didn't say anything. So anyway, goodness. But I say, like, don't get worried, because every time that my schedule changes, every time my video is late, I love that you guys love me and I love you right back. But sometimes just because something is off schedule, people worry. And so I'm not saying that, yes, the National Guard is going to start looking, I'm important, whatever. I'm saying to those of you who legitimately worry when my schedule changes, know that my schedule is going to be a little hectic for right this period of time, and don't stress about it. That's all I was saying. That's what I'm saying. Life balance is something I need to focus on a little bit more. When I get everyone on board with all the help and the moderation. So let me just ask you, for those of you that are here, I have a couple requests for you. I have asked a couple times, and some of you have volunteered for moderating the Facebook group, for adminning the Facebook group. I need volunteers for adminning the Facebook group, and I need volunteers for admin on the YouTube channel during live sales, during the craft with me's. Some of you guys are already here and you're already answering the questions and all of that. Sometimes it's just a matter of you telling me that you want me to give you a wrench, and then I can give you a wrench and you can be a moderator. Sometimes it's not a good fit. Sometimes, for a variety of reasons, I don't think it's going to work out or whatever. It has to be, mutually good for both of us. But what I'm asking for is, if you're interested in doing moderation on video with me, meaning you don't have to show your face. That's up to you whether you show your face. But if you want your voice to be on camera with me, doing moderation during the live sales. So you're typing in the goes, you're reading me back the names. We're not going to do that system, but basically that gives you an idea of what I'm looking for. I do have a couple people I've been talking to about doing that. I was working with a lady. She is very shy and she does not want to do that kind of part of it, but she's fine with doing the moderation behind the scenes where no one can see her, which is totally helpful. So appreciate that. But there are a couple things I am still looking for. A lot of you have reached out and said that you would help me, but I am so busy that I don't know who, and I don't know where those messages are. So at this point, I am asking for, if somebody wants to help out, message me on Facebook Messenger. That is the best place to message me, because that's where I'm going to look. If you're interested in helping out, they are volunteer jobs. They're not paid jobs. Obviously, there are some benefits to it, which, we can discuss and all that. But that's kind of what I'm needing for us to run a little smoothly. There is a need for people to be here with me during a live sale, and I am working with people on that, for a physical employee to be here with me. But for moderating through voice on camera, those options are still there. I'm talking to people, but I'm not sure if it's a commitment. It's a commitment to be here every Tuesday. It's a commitment to be here every Friday. Yes, of course, if something's happening in your life, and you need to miss one here or there, that would be fine. But it is something where I need the same person to be here, because otherwise it takes so long to kind of like train a new person about how to do it, because it's a lot. You guys see, it's a lot for me. So it's a lot for an admin. It's a lot for a moderator. And I'm not trying to scare the people away, but I'm just trying to be very upfront, because the person that does this, I want them to be happy and I want them to enjoy doing it. I just, want to make sure, after the last, if you guys have been with me and you knew the last moderator I had, I want to make sure that we avoid the problems we had with the last moderation situation. Honestly, I am very shy of bringing on more moderators. That's why I have dragged my feet, because I am worried that there will be problems like there was the last time. And I don't want to get into that, and I don't want to go down that road, but I just want to avoid a similar situation happening after I bring another person in and kind of I do my part and they do their part. And I just want to make sure it's mutual happiness instead of some other drama situation. If you're not familiar what I'm talking about, we used to have a moderator. It ended in drama, and I'm not looking for that again. So if you're at all a drama person, or you watch me and I irritate you, or whatever the case may be, then obviously that's not a good fit. But you guys get it. You get it. I know. Don't go there, because then I do, and then it's like somebody has to reel me back in. Obviously. Anyway, not going there. To send the FBI. That would be helpful. I don't know what they would do here, but maybe they could find my lost craft supplies when I'm looking for them. It's just when you share, when you bring someone on as a moderator into the group, even giving someone a wrench, there's certain things that go along with that, and it has to be a good fit. And some people's personalities won't jive with mine. My personality doesn't jive with everybody else's. It's fine. Everybody is their own individual person, but I'm looking for people who, they watch me, they know my personality, they know some days I'm crabby as crap, they know some days I'm happy as crap. They get it, and they're okay with that, and they're good to go, and all that kind of stuff. I'm not really crabby with that kind of thing, but I do get crabby occasionally. I get frustrated, I get stressed out, I get tired, that kind of thing. And so I'm just being like bluntly honest about it, because I don't want to have somebody join and do it and then be like, oh yeah, it's not for me. That might happen, but I just don't want to spend all the time setting it all up and doing all the things and training them to not have it be right. I'm a person. I am also a woman of a certain age that gets warm occasionally. If you know what I'm talking about. I'm sure most of you do. What was I doing? I was filming a video yesterday. I was actually in here in the middle of filming a video. I was 3 minutes and 8 seconds into filming a video, and it was 6:30 at night. It was the video I uploaded late, I think. I'm not sure. It might have been today's video, but I was filming a video. The doorbell rings, and I'm like, it's 6:30 at night. That's pretty weird that the doorbell's ringing. So I paused the video. First of all, I have a really large German Shepherd. When the doorbell rings, it scares her because she's old. She barks crazy loud, where normally she's quiet when I'm filming. And so that ruined my video. And I was like, okay, well, this better be good. Right? So I'm leaving this room and I'm going to the door. And as I'm going to the door, they're pounding on the door, like loudly pounding on it after ringing the doorbell. And I'm like, oh, wow, well, it must be like somebody I know, like, this one of the neighbors, they need something. I don't know, but somebody really needs me to answer the door. And of course, you guys know where I'm going with this at 6:30 in the evening. So I answer the door, and it's a telemarketer on a little Segway thing. And I'm like, hello. Like, just like, is it an emergency? Because he's pounding on my door after ringing the doorbell. And I'm like, well, I'm not really interested in that. And it's actually dinner time for a lot of people in this neighborhood. Like, I was not quite as nice as that, but I was like, it's dinner time at 6:30. Like, you rang the doorbell, nobody answered. Like, I don't really get the pounding on my door, and my dog's scared and barking and crazy. And like, I, was filming a video. He didn't know that part, but it was just really inconvenient. And I was like, after he left, I'm walking in here and I'm just like, have to restart my video. Just totally inconvenienced by this. And I was like, you know what? This would not really be bothering me as much as it is right now. But I'm kind of like feeling not PMSy, but that thing that happens to us when we get older. I'm really pretty certain that this would not bother me this much, except for that. Anyway, we don't usually get them here. That's why it's shocking to me, because we really do not get them here. And so I was like really certain after the doorbell ring and the pounding that somebody was dying out there. And then it was just like, oh no, are you happy with your X and X bug service or whatever? And I'm like, yeah, totally good. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Now let me go restart my video. And it was a video where I had like already cut the paper and like, then you have to come and find new paper. And like, it just, I don't know. It really shouldn't bother me as much as it did, but whatever. So yes, I'm a real person. Anyway, that was like way TMI, but I don't have a gigantic no soliciting sign, but there is a sign posted at the end of the drive. So he rode his Segway all the way up the drive, which was, he was dedicated. I need to like, I'm filming, don't, but nobody will get that. So I think that what you do is you post like a sign that says baby sleeping, which pretty soon that will be a baby sleeping in my house. So I think it's not a lie if you actually put a sign up that says baby sleeping, don't ring doorbell or no soliciting or whatever. Probably they just knock louder. I don't really know what they do, but you have a sign. Yeah, I see a lot of signs. Some people post their signs on the internet and they have really funny, like no soliciting signs. They crack me up. It was fine. It really shouldn't have bothered me that much. But the fact that I came back here kind of like under my breath, like so upset about it, I was like, you really wouldn't be that upset about this. So why are you just so like, I didn't have a lot of sleep either. Anyway, that didn't work. So don't bother with it. Yeah, it probably just makes it worse. I don't know. Usually the dog barking scares most people away. So this is a very big dog. Anyway, I don't know where I was really going with that, other than if you're interested in helping out and willing to put up with a real person. The last moderator and I, everything was great until something happened, and I still don't know exactly what it was. For the God's honest truth, I still don't exactly know what it was. There was very little everything was great. Something happened. There was very little communication, and then absolutely no communication, and then it all blew up, and I still don't totally understand it. So it wasn't like there were little tiffs or whatever. It was not like that. So I don't anticipate that with a new person, but I don't know. I don't want drama. I don't want to know all about your family drama. I don't want to know all of that. I just want stuff to flow and be nice. If I get some sleep, I know. I need to go make dinner, and then I don't know what else I'm going to get done today, but something has to get done. But I do need to make dinner. I hear my son in the kitchen, so he's probably like, she's never coming out. I probably better find something to eat. Anyway, I'm only 22 minutes late. I'm good. I don't know. She gave me a weird answer when I did ask her. So, oh, yesterday, maybe. I know it would. It would help with everything. Don't order me pizza. Pizza makes me feel terrible. I can't eat that kind of stuff anymore. I don't do well with bread. Carbs like pasta bread. I just don't do well with that. Anyway, that's all my chit chattiness for tonight. Friday nights are the chit chatty nights. Tuesday nights I need to not chit chat as much. I get myself into trouble. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope that you guys have a great weekend. Thank you for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Again, thanks for watching all the videos and all that kind of stuff. I know some of you are very, very dedicated. You watch those videos, you leave those comments. I just appreciate that because that takes a lot of your time too. I mean, 15 minutes, 7 days a week is still a lot of hours where you could be doing something else. So anyway, thank you guys for that. I really appreciate it. There's no holiday or anything this week. So I will, if I'm in this house on Tuesday, I will come on and say hello, or I will be all caught up and do the live sale I said I was going to do. One way or another. You'll know, I guess, when you check the channel on Tuesday. I don't mean for it to be that way. I mean for it to be organized, but it is what it is right now. I need to learn to go with that flow until we fix some things. You watch while having coffee? I need to maybe bring coffee in here when I'm filming them. That would probably be a good idea. Well, awesome. Awesome truth. Rebecca. Awesome. Thanks for joining all you new people and hanging out. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope that you come back and hang out with us again. We do this every Friday. There's different things happening. We make different things, but every Friday it's kind of like this where we just work through a journal kit or a journal. But like I said, you don't have to make that project with us. You just hang out. If you come often, you're going to make friends in chat and you guys are going to be talking about whatever conversations you guys are going to be talking about. So there's that whole social aspect of it too. Addicted to the 365. Goodness. We're almost to where it's 300 days. So 300 days left, almost. I think I'm filming 63 maybe right now. I'm in the middle of filming 60. I don't know. I'm very close to having 300 days remaining out of 365. When it gets to like 299, I'll be like, okay, we're in the 200. I'm not getting bored with it. I'm having trouble fitting the time in, but it's okay. We have planned for that. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so much fun because there's certain projects where I was like, no, we got to save some of the good projects for later on in the year when I might have a hard time coming up with a project. So there's a whole list of projects that I thought about making already, but I haven't made because I don't want to use like what seems like all my good ideas in the beginning kind of a thing. I know that sounds stupid, but in my head, that's what I thought about. So anyway, thank you guys so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Seriously. Every single one of you I appreciate. You guys are the best group of people to come and hang out with. And I'm glad that we can share this hobby together. It's a fun hobby. And I hope that you guys are having fun with it. It seems like you are, but I know I have fun making journals. If I can't make journals, I would be depressed. I would. It's so much fun. It's the fun part of my life. Like, yes, hanging out with my family and all that. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying making journals is the fun part of my life. The packing, not so much, but the making journals, definitely fun. Anyway, double dip with 100 day. Oh my. Oh my. Maybe I will do something in addition as I get closer to the finish line. Because right now we're still in the beginning phase of it, like I'm still working out how to do all that because it's still only 60 days in. Okay, hang on just one sec, guys. Sorry, I gotta go. It's dinner time. Okay, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. You guys will see me in the morning. The videos are already uploaded for the morning. So they'll definitely be there in the morning. And you guys will see me in the morning, I think, throughout the weekend and into Monday. Hopefully, I'm always in the morning. Bye, guys. Thanks so much. Appreciate you. Have a good weekend.